Hey, welcome to the show! I am Wolfie, your host for today, and we are going to be playing some Solarpunk Savage Worlds TTRPG in about 25 minutes. But until then, I'll just be shit-talking and chatting. Hi, how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing fantastically well. I'm doing alright myself. I'm feeling a little tired. Apologies about the shorter stream yesterday. Again, a lot of things broke. Essentially, like, a lot of things just didn't end up working out, and I was bloody tired, to be honest. I was very tired, to say the least. So, yeah, I literally slept yesterday for about, honestly, roughly 11 hours, and then I slept today. I slept in today as well. So I've been tired over the past couple of days. I'm feeling a lot better now. A lot more rested up. But yes, so we've got some Solarpunk later. We'll be finishing up. This is apparently the finale, according to Dan the GM. It should be a blast all around. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what Dan's got in store for us as the final segment of this fun little campaign that he ran, honestly. Serious props to him for just, like, coming up with this in fairly short order, because he wanted to play. It's one of the things I can really admire about Dan, that he can whip up a short-ish campaign real fast, and it's very good. He doesn't DM too often. I feel very proud that I'm one of the fairly early grabs for him to, like, be in a campaign. He's grabbed me for two. I think both of his most recent campaigns. The other one was not streamed. I wish to point out before you get started going, oh, where are the VoDs to it? Where are the VoDs? No, that one wasn't streamed. That was my Saturday game before Geddon, actually. Before I started Geddon. But that one was an absolute blast. The good old Ravnica game. Oh, that does mean, though, that my Tuesdays are being freed up, and I believe... Don't hold me as a definite so far, but the occasional one-shot by James from the Altera D&D group might happen occasionally on Tuesdays as little mini one-shot series. So do look forward to that potentially in the future. We haven't got any guaranteed confirms on that, but there was discussion amongst the Altera guys that when I'm free up on Tuesdays, we'd do something like that. Is this the right one? No, it's not. Gonna get my music up. Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? There we go. How's this coming through? Okay, so this one, this is what I'm basically going to have as the background music for TTRPGs this week. If you guys can hear it, I don't know how loud it's coming through on stream. Give me a moment, I will just hop in to my other PC to see how far it is, because I can currently not, because it's not obviously not playing on the other PC. got it. Not at all. There we go. So this is Christmas music from another room by Calm by Nature on YouTube. I was planning on using this for Geddon on Saturday as well. Oh yeah, I need to talk about Geddon. Yeah, apologies about no Geddon. Unfortunately, Jay just had his jab and was feeling really out of it. He just had his booster, so was feeling very unwell, so we decided to cancel. Unfortunately, that was the only day we had free. So the next Geddon is going to be on the 15th, I believe it is, of January. Yeah, another 4-week break. Apologies about the 8-week break between Geddon sessions. I was really wanting to run another one sooner, but unfortunately, just life. People are busy around Christmas, it turns out. Yeah, this is Christmas Eve for Another Room. It is a really nice, relaxing little track. I thought it'd be a decent one for a couple of TTRPG live streams that I like to put a bit of music on. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of putting music on my streams. Because I usually do games and things. That's my only reason, really. I don't like having music in my stream. If I watch streams, usually. So that's my preference for it. I might have some music if I get someone if I get a bit of cash. If I am less broke, I might get a custom track ordered, like just a calm little looping track to have as background music. But I'm not usually a music on streams kind of person. I also hope this doesn't get me flagged. If anything would get me flagged, it would be very funny if it was just Christmas music when I upload this to YouTube later. That reminds me, I didn't actually check if I got any flags. I haven't checked. I haven't had any serious flags ever, thankfully. We always have to check because the YouTube gods. That one I did personally. I went, oh wait a minute, there's a restriction there. Oh no wait, I did that. Yeah, the Altera one shot that we did a bit towards the end made me go, you know what? A couple of us agreed, like we're not certain on this as the guideline, but we'll say it's better safe than sorry. It is put as adult content, not for anything dirty or lewd. It was just one of the themes in it, which I don't particularly enjoy. That's the theme. It's the theme that I don't like in my TTRPGs. I have one to chew on, because everyone knows that you should, for all TTRPGs, as a good GM, you ask if there's anything that the players are not cool with, and all that kind of stuff, because everyone has something. Everyone has something which they just go, nope, this is a nope for me. And there was a bit of that one for me, but it was a one-shot, so I let it slide. That's my one. Oh yeah, I also have a cool sign. I need to put it up, actually. I got a few Christmas presents early because my dad is going away for Christmas. That is actually why I was so fucking tired from Sunday, because we had a massive... I was so tired on Monday because on Sunday we had a massive dinner. We went out. We went out and had lunch at this really nice restaurant. Yeah, we went out to this really nice restaurant with a couple of family members, and it was a real nice time. It was a very, very nice time. We were all very safe and things. It was only a couple of us. So yeah, that's just how I went, and it was a lot of fun. But I ate a lot of food, and I became very sleepy because I'm not usually like a I can usually eat a massive amount over a long period of time. I don't usually eat one huge meal and it just... And that and exercising, because I've been exercising a lot more recently, just took me out of it. Essentially, honestly, this song is the Christmas song for me. I'm not religious in any way. My family is not religious. I just wish to point this out. But this particular song was what my dad played early in the morning on Christmas morning when I was growing up. It was the song that woke me up in Christmas morning. So, bit of nostalgia, this particular one for me. I used to love Christmas. I still love Christmas, to be honest. Don't I, Rue? Rue the kitten's here. Yes. Yeah, I enjoy Christmas time. Mostly, the presents always nice. I enjoy giving gifts and getting gifts from people because it's just not really for the gifts themselves. Just I want to see what people think of when they see each other. I'd say that's the best part of it for gift giving for me. Like, it's always seeing what people get people. In general, that's my thought on giving gifts at Christmas time. Like, what you think this person would like, that kind of thing. That's why I like gift giving. It doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be something nice. It's really completely useless. I got a lot of really cool things. I got a lot of wasabi-based stuff, weirdly enough, which I'm not a huge fan of wasabi, but I appreciate it all the same. I also got some nori. I got some spiced, like, nori, which I'm really looking forward to having, because I've heard it's very tasty from a lot of people. What have you got? You've got a big scratch here, Roo. 6 p.m. to like 8 or 9 p.m. Maybe later, depending on what stream it is and what day it is. I'm here during the week. Come and tune in, hang out, say hi. Yeah, don't forget to follow. So if you can. Nah, you don't have to do that. It'd be greatly appreciated though. Everything is always appreciated on this channel. Literally anything. I'm the easiest person to impress in the world. You okay, Ro? Oh, good saxophone. This is a saxophone, right? Or is it trumpet? But yeah, go check this track out. It's like 8 hours. What was the name of the track again? The video. Christmas music from another room, relaxing Christmas ambience with muffled Christmas music. That one. By Calm by Nature on YouTube. Go check them out. There's a bunch of songs on here, obviously. If you most of these you probably know. And I really hope I don't get flagged on YouTube for this. But yeah, go check that video out at some point as well. Okay, numerous shout-outs during the video. Give it, just go and watch it. Have it on in your background when you've got like, when you're voice chatting with your family members this Christmas. Have it on in the background. Just waiting for people to get into the chat now. I do believe they're actually on. They were on a live stream not long ago. Probably Final Fantasy knowing them. I imagine it was also like raiding or something. A few of the others were at least. It's one of the reasons why the Tuesdays were planned to be a short series, essentially, because it was something for them to do in the interim before Final Fantasy Endwalker's expansion came out. I'm not too bothered about it. I know it's gonna be good. I'm gonna get it and play it eventually, probably. But, I'm not crazy. As I said, I don't like MMOs. That's my main issue with it. It's a great game. I fully endorse. It's a very, very good game. It got me interested for a good while. But it's just an MMO. Yes, it is, isn't it, Rude? You're not a fan of MMOs either. I don't have time to commit into an MMO. Really. I have too much other shit to do. And I've always liked more. I burnt myself out on MMOs when I was quite young. I played a lot of hours of MMOs, and they just don't click it for me anymore. As I said, I was a classic raider in WoW. I actually was in a raiding party. I wasn't a massive contributor, full credit. That finished Molten Core in Classic. Very so is my full suit of Dark Iron gear. But we did beat it. So. It was a massive, brutal expedition. But it was a ton of fun. So yeah, it's one of those things. I was a classic raider, and I played a lot of MMOs all through. Like I played a lot of WoW. I played DC Universe. I've played Lord of the Rings Online, Elder Scrolls Online. Did MMOs are the main ones that I don't really like, but just standard RPGs I'm a big fan of. Like with a couple of your mates maybe. I love co-op games. When I get to play them with my friends, I like roguelikes. Big fan of roguelikes. A lot of honestly, if I actually have some free time, I'm not watching streams, doing work, doing my own streams and things. I will quite often be playing a roguelike. It's just a thing I find very enjoyable. They're one of my favourite types. Souls-likes as well. I haven't played Souls-like for a while. I would quite often. Before Sekiro was my main one, because after streaming Sekiro I wanted a break. Also I wanted to have a break before Elden Ring comes out. But yeah, that was my one. Before Elden Ring comes out, I wanted a bit of a pause from Souls likes, so I would. Yeah, Elden Ring and Monster Hunter. I like Rise. They were two of the big ones. They're two of the big ones for me. Oh, I'm a big fan of Total War Warhammer as well. Actually, that's another good one. Mainly because it's Warhammer. Honestly, I'm a huge Warhammer fan. Which I think a lot of people kind of figure out. But yeah, I am a massive fan of Warhammer. And I am a big fan of Warhammer Total War. I enjoyed 1. I enjoyed 2 a lot more. And I'm very much looking forward to 3. 3 has got my faction in it. Well, technically 1 and 2 also have my faction. My faction has always been Warriors of Chaos. But it was Khorne Warriors of Chaos. Was always my faction. So, the fact that the Khorne Demons, or the Khorne Demonkin, or just the Khorne faction in general, looks to have a significant chunk of Warriors of Chaos. in it, and I think that when the DLCs come out for Khorne, it will also reflect that. Like, it will have a lot more Warriors of Chaos stuff. I'm expecting Slaughter Brutes. I'm a big fan. I'm a very, very big fan, and I'm very much looking forward to trying them out and hacking my way through every enemy I can find with my gigantic bloodthirsters. Ah, people are joining. Let's go.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Howdy.
Potentially, I assume, have to poke Tom at some point because new raid series has come out for FF, so he's currently in the other chat, and I don't know if he'll have got forgotten in his excitement.
Possibly. They were doing a stream earlier, I noticed. So that they're at least finished with the raid. But it's entirely...
Looking at the FC list, I'm just going to keep it idling in the background for when we finish.
Yeah.
There are 5 of them currently in an instance, so I'm guessing he's currently in the middle of one.
Yeah, they're probably in a... like, what were the dungeons called again? I've forgotten.
I'll say it'll be one of the new raid instances for the normal raids, since they came out today.
Oh, okay. I thought it'd be like a pre-ep thing for it, because there's 5 of them.
No, raid... Like,
Oh, it's 4 in Final Fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah, raids are 8 man.
No, I know it's... I know. I was thinking it was the thing, not the raids, the smaller ones. Because they were in a raid earlier, because there were 8 of them in the other chat.
Yeah.
You've been stalking them, Bane.
No, I just had Discord up.
Yeah, I think that was probably on Extreme.
Probably. It was Chezza and...
yeah, it'll been
so.
like... Chezza streaming them.
Yeah. I caught sight of them doing it because I was curious as to why Tim posted, please let me into the chat, I promise I won't swear. I was like,
yeah.
why wouldn't he be able to be in the chat? Have they banned him again?
Here's Tim.
I know.
Yeah, that does happen quite a bit.
Yeah. But normally they just ban him to the Tim Screaming chat. They don't actively ban him from a server.
No, they just server mute him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to look up what one of my abilities that I picked up does.
What, in this game?
Yeah, in Savage Worlds.
How did you pick it up then if you don't know what it does?
I remember what it did last week when I picked it. I have to remember exactly what it does because otherwise I'm probably going to play it wrong. I believe
We
it
get to pick a
essentially...
new one, don't we, as well now?
Hmm?
It's a new session.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. We get to pick a new upgrade. That was the one because I picked it up last week while I was thinking about it. I had a lot of choices. Like my character apparently got all Yeah, mine unlocked a lot of good ones at Seasoned, which is why. I think the Splat books probably add a lot more like intelligence-based things, because I noticed a lot of the edges were either like charisma, like leadership skills, or fighting
Yeah.
in the main book.
Like, the only real section I have access to is the careers one,
Yeah.
which isn't the best. Or is the best, but I've taken everything from the careers 101.
Yeah, there's a few good ones in there for you, but all of them aren't great for you.
And to be fair, it's gone into like a D12 plus 4 to my repair rolls now, so I'm not dissing it much, because that's... I'm not failing that roll.
Yeah. Do you have like the alert one? That seems pretty good.
What does it require?
I don't think it required much. I think it was in like the main section.
Isn't that the one that just means you can't be surprised?
Alertness. Adds +2 to notice rolls to see or hear, otherwise sense the world around him. That is just its only requirement is novice. Just seems like a
Pretty
generally
useful.
kind of good one if you've got no other ideas.
So, what's the options again? Gain a new edge, increase skill as equal to blah blah blah, increase 2 skills blah blah blah, increase an aptitude blah blah blah, and remove hindrances, make your character boring.
Yeah.
New.
I like the concept, by the way, that one of the removed hindrances, in theory, you could remove is like, you could remove blind. You just grow eyes back or something. By technical...
There's a level of realism there in what you can remove.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
If you're like a cyborg game, you could be getting cyber eyes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look at that, because it's that or increase 2 random skills again.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think I'm out of those as well, because my jack of all trades just gets everything alright.
Yeah.
So there's no point putting a 4 or a D4 into anything, because I just got that anyway.
Yeah, this is the last upgrade as well, so...
Yeah. I keep reading Ace as age every time I scroll past it.
I do that as well. I keep seeing it's like, age! What does age do again?
I was like, why does age need agility?
I'm still spry! What is your agility, actually?
4.
Ah, never mind then. I was gonna say you could get fleet-footed, but that requires D6 agility.
Yeah, I kind of went into like a 1 avenue with my character.
You are smart.
And now that 1 avenue is being just absolutely maxed. What pages was alertness on?
Alertness was on page 37.
37.
It's actually the first edge.
I got bored scrolling. I was like, oh, I can't be at the top, surely.
It literally is the first edge in the entire book. It's directly beneath background edges.
It's a bit boring.
It's boring, but it's effective. There's not many crazy cool ones at the moment. You can become famous. Can you take that after character creation?
I was looking for the top category, the background edge. Like, it doesn't feel like a lot of these make sense taking it halfway through.
At the end of the campaign, I become famous.
I mean, that one... Ben, you picked the one example that makes the most sense.
It does, actually, yeah. I realised that as I was saying it.
There's stuff like, oh, you know that linguist, you now know all lots of languages. How? Fuck knows.
I suddenly became really quick at healing myself. That one would have been a great one for you early on in the campaign. Fast healer.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Yeah,
I've
very much.
gone through this whole campaign with at least 1 wound on it. I'm not going to end that now. I might just take luck as something alright. as we seem to be burning through Benny's like, no man.
No, Tom burns through Benny's like, no man. I have
If he
used...
does, I can then mock him because I've got 4 edges. Or 4 Bennies.
I have used all my bennies once in all the sessions combined. Mostly because I was like, might as well.
What I've tried to do every session so far is, oh, it's about 9:30. I think the session's going to end soon, so let's just burn Bennies on more useless stuff.
Yeah.
Apart from that session where I burnt them all immediately. To do something that didn't even work. Isn't that right, Slunky?
It nearly worked. Yeah, I have Rue on my lap at the moment.
Got one cat sleeping in a tunnel and another cat sleeping in the bed. The cat bed.
Yeah, Rue is just... Rue has spent all day terrorising the other two, so I think she's a bit tired now.
Yeah, I've got my cats well behaved now, other than Slinky, when he wants something will just meow. Constantly. To the point where I don't even know what he wants anymore, he's just meowing.
It's fairly obvious what mine want, usually. Rue wants attention, Errol wants to be let out, and Ninja wants food. It's the only reason all three of them meow.
Ah, it's Tom.
Yeah, I was assuming that with the new raid you'd forgotten.
Yes. Yes, I had.
It's fine, we're still waiting on our Jason to respond anyway, because I've asked him if he's ready to join the chat or if he's still stuck at work. He's not said anything.
No worries. In that case, give me 2 minutes. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
quickly throw some stuff together.
He's at least on Discord, that's usually a good sign.
Yeah.
I found some random Christmas music to play on stream this week.
Yeah?
Yeah, it literally is just like an 8-hour playlist of Christmas songs in a different room. So it's slightly muffled.
Yeah.
But it's quite nice, I'm liking it. Thought I'd put it on for the TTRPG streams this week. Makes a nice change from the Western music I usually have on. And if I get flagged for Christmas songs, well. At this point.
I guess that's the benefit of being a smaller streamer, is they're not really that bothered by you.
Yeah, it just gets like monetized by someone else. Is the other ones I've ever had.
Yeah.
For almost the entire.
Oh no, not my £5.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, a $5 per video at most. Oh great, I'm losing out. And how many of my streams have been flagged? Like 2. Unless you count the Nier Automata series, because that's the one thing the YouTube algorithm does not understand. It's usually fine with in-game tracks, provided they are in the game, like that your game is the thing being played, except for Nier Automata. Which I just gave up on trying to not get them flagged.
It's usually the Japanese game, because they usually don't do it as well in terms of getting their games streamable.
Yeah. It's only Nier. The only 2 games that have given me any real problem with that were Nier and Bioshock. Bioshock for a completely different reason, actually, though.
Oh?
It plays, like, unlicensed music during some of the loading screens.
Hmm.
So it's like a 2-second clip on a loading screen has meant that the entire video needs to be edited. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, YouTube. And for fuck's sake, Bioshock.
Give me 1 second. While I'm waiting on Jason to reply, I might as well run downstairs and grab some at the kitchen.
Yeah, probably a good idea. So which one are you thinking, Alistair? Lucky or Alert?
I think I'm just gonna take Lucky and take the extra Benny.
Pretty good.
That's my should be my fighting skill, cause it's definitely not 6.
It was temporarily a 6, wasn't it?
Yeah. The only issue with this fucking Jack of all trades thing is it's very hard to keep track of which one's my actual Jack.
Mm.
So I'm gonna draw myself an extra Benny, cause fuck you all.
I love that if I went that particular way, I actually could have been punching considerably harder than my sledgehammer at this point.
What way?
I already have, what are they called? Brawler and... is it Brute and Brawler or something like that? Brawler and Bruiser. Which, they increase my toughness is the reason I picked them up. But they also increase your unarmed attack dice by an amount. And I've just realised I have all the prerequisites to take the martial artist stuff, which gives me a flat +1 and increase my damage dice again, and then the second level of it increases it by another 1 and increases by +2. Which means that my unarmed attack dice would be strength plus D12 plus 2.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Hickle you in comparison.
So, yeah, just says martial artists might be really good in this one. Hilariously, it also stacks with claws. If I ever play this again, I might just have to build a character with really good claws just to see how high I can get the unarmed attack dice. God, what would that be? What's the best claws you can get, actually, in character creation? Claws... All we have knowledge about it is some sort of weird house.
Not the death house from Curse of Strahd?
No, I don't think so. I think he's made it all entirely up. I think we've been like commissioned to clean a house or something like that. This group of level 10 adventurers.
Right, I'm sorry about that. I'm here, ready, and prepped.
It's fine, Jay's still not here yet.
Really?
Yep, apparently.
Yeah.
Come on, at least I was an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's maybe stuck at work because company my dad works for. He told them, like he was saying, that he didn't want to start this next job before Christmas, and then they told him that he needed to start it. And he started it. The guy who told him went off on holiday, and has since said, "Why did you start it so close to Christmas?" So he's still like trying to get the bathroom in a workable state before Christmas, basically.
Yeah.
That, or he's been run ragged by my mum because our Adam's arriving there with my niece, my nephew, and that tonight. So
Oh god,
he could be getting run. He could be getting run ragged, like helping my mum clean up and stuff.
I bet that's it.
Yeah.
Could be either.
Lots of people are busy at the moment over Christmas.
Yeah.
But he's not said anything, so
Give him another couple of minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it helps, the new raids came out, and there's been a lot of clusterfuck for a lot of people because it's harder to do them than people thought.
Oh yeah.
Not in terms of like they're increased in difficulty, but as in like
you need more gear.
yeah, it's higher gear level. I think when it came up, like I don't know about you, Dan, but only me, Low, and I think Mini Tim were actually equipped enough to actually even go in with everyone win.
Yeah, I'm, as I say, like 2 item levels off, but I'll probably be able to pick that up just
Yeah, like an expert or
doing
two.
things. Yeah.
Oh, how's everyone else doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Passed out from overeating because I saw my dad at the weekend because he's going away for Christmas. So I was like full unconscious for about 11 hours Sunday evening.
Food coma will do that too.
Yeah. Went to a real nice restaurant, essentially. It's fun. I got an on-air sign. That was one of my Christmas.
On air side.
On-air sign. Like it's one of those light up.
Oh, for the door type thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a weird present that I did not expect to get, but I really like it. I've got to figure out how to set it up. It is very fun.
Fair enough.
Also a lot of Japanese food, which I'm happy about.
That's what put you in the food coma.
No, it wasn't actually.
That's in addition.
Yeah, that's in addition to that. The food coma was like the pork loin, the roast pork loin, cooked absolutely perfectly, with a basically full roast dinner, treacle tart for pudding, and then a pizza when I was hungry when I woke up. That's what put me out for 11 hours.
See, because I forgot this was on, I was fully preparing myself for like, okay, well, I'm gonna help these guys finish doing like their raids and things. Then I'm gonna, like, I don't know, go watch and like, I think I've got one more episode of Wheel of Time to catch up on. I was fully like planning out like an evening in my head because I completely blanked.
Oh,
it was
so you've
Tuesday.
watched some since yesterday then? By the time.
Yeah, I managed to get through. I think it's episodes 5 and 6.
Yeah. Can you see what I mean by it? It's like it's building up to something, but
Oh yeah, it's been really good though.
yeah. Apparently number 6 was Brandon Sanderson's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised at, because I didn't think a lot happened in it that'd make it 10 out of 10.
They have good acting.
To be fair, it had a lot of good like artistic choice in terms of costume design. Like, it showed a lot of the. It's one of those that because I'm familiar with the story. There's a lot of stuff that I think taking for granted, but there's a lot of things that are still being told about the characters, just through like visual storytelling.
That's very true.
Probably had a good bit to
There's
do
a
with
lot of little things, and I think it's easy as someone who already knows the stuff about it to just be like, oh, yeah, well, that's of course it's like that. Whereas for the people watching, they're like, oh, does this imply this about this character?
Yes, it does, it turns out.
My only concern during the entire show was that woman fucking cutting slices of something in her hand, and I'm just sat there going like, that's not an apple. What is it?
What
Like,
kind
I
of...
could not for the
Remember
life of me
that.
identify.
Slicing a potato?
No, I
I'm
think
just
it-
hard guessing here.
like, from the top of it, it looked like a kind of tomato or something, but I was like, you don't just eat, like, slices, you don't just, like, sit there, like, she was slicing it as if it was, like, an apple or something, but then, like, when I saw the top of the fruit, I was like,
pizza
it looks
restaurant
like
making a
tomato.
salad.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of people getting annoyed in the new Witcher season, where Ciri now has dark eyebrows.
Oh no, because that's the biggest inaccuracy.
A lot of people are really complaining, oh, that's really off-putting, just constantly seeing brown eyebrows on Ciri.
Oh, apparently it's a permission. A
What,
persimmon.
persimmon?
Persimmon.
Oh, a persimmon.
The fruit, yeah. Apparently there's a Reddit thread because other people have asked this.
Oh good, I'm glad I'm not alone.
Yeah, I was just curious if anyone said it is like, oh yeah, it's a persimmon apparently.
Yeah, I'm just not familiar with it. Yeah, it's very tomato-y looking.
I only know about them at all because of Sekiro, persimmons. It's literally the only reason I know what a persimmon even is. Those fucking
So they're
persimmons.
like half apple, half tomato.
Yeah, kinda. Apparently they're really nice.
Apparently, yeah, but people say that about tomatoes, and
Hey!
I know they're lying to me.
Cooked tomatoes are good.
Right. So we are half an hour in. I've still not heard from our Jason yet, so I don't know what's going on, whether he's stuck in work or stuck tidying up when we whether or not get there. So what do we want to do?
I'm actually not free next week.
I think we just need to finish this off, because it's the final session.
Yeah. I guess if he gets home or gets free and he shows up, he can deal with.
Yeah, he takes over.
Don't worry, I'm sure it will greatly hinder our combat capabilities to not happen here.
There is so much he could be doing.
He did last week, to be fair, eventually.
After letting me die.
After letting you... To be honest, that was you. That was entirely you. Nothing could have stopped that.
I got punched in the face by the big guy.
Yeah,
but
Tom, why did I punch you?
I tried my
I mean, you
best.
deserved it.
I tried my best. I staggered him, at least. Just...
I'm surprised I'm alive after that fight, staying behind a big
Right.
guy for so long.
Right. Yeah. Given that, we'll just start. Level 5 and just start without him. Who wants to do a recap?
Tom.
Damn it, I need the bennies.
Yeah, I know you do, that's why.
So, quickly after mourning the loss of their noble compatriot,
I buried
these
you.
guys, like, quickly laid into a slugging match with the big guy, pulled out like their most powerful weapon, and quickly ended up playing past the parcel between them and the enemies with what might be the most powerful weapon in the encounter.
If nothing
Walking
else,
in.
it was memorable.
It was very memorable.
And then in
And
the
then ended
end,
up with the weakest guy.
it was all resolved by the noble academic pursuits of my character.
I thought this one wasn't arrogant, Tom.
He's not, but I
He's
did
an academic.
show up and just put a bullet in the back of the big guy's head. But after they failed to kill him for multiple turns in a row.
No, to be fair, you say failed to kill him. Everything in nature said he should be dead. He was missing most of his internal organs and almost all of his
Importantly, I showed up, put him down, helped you guys stamp out the rest of the resistance. You guys met me, intrepid, eccentric weapons man / scav geographical expert, who's now taking you guys on a wonderful tour of the Wonderland, except you guys want to go home instead of, you know, enjoying the sights.
Yeah, you get paid first.
Oh,
then we go
also
into
they
it.
tried to bomb the university, but I talked them out of it.
Yeah.
But I talked them out of it. I think they said, let us go or we blow up the building. And we went, well, we don't really care if you're here or not, so sure, go
Yeah,
ahead."
we went, you're not slavers, right? No? We don't care then, fuck off.
I think that about sums it up. Like,
Pretty much.
Yeah. It was a session that was long for combat more than it being long for anything particular happening beyond, like, just resolving the situation.
Yeah. Oh, we can't forget MacGyver's realising that he was born to be a Jedi.
That's true.
He killed multiple people in the encounter with a lightsaber.
Yeah,
I
he's the
believe
only
he
one that
was
was
role-playing
using.
as a horse.
Yeah, he's the only one that was using it how it was meant to be used.
On cannon fodder.
No, in a cavalry charge.
Oh, cavalry.
Well, I mean, on a charge. I wouldn't call him making, like, clicking noises and kind of skipping slightly cavalry.
You don't know, Tom.
You
He's
say
actually-
that to Monty Python.
Yeah, but he's got some coconuts on his belt that just clap together.
Come on, he's a tinkerer. They're symbols. He's just cobbled together one of those little clapping monkey toys.
I'm one of those like one-man marching bands.
But just made of random crap that you found in the wasteland.
But it just sinks to like the charge of the Light Brigade.
Yeah, that works. So have your shtick.
Yes. Give me 4 Benny.
I believe.
I feel put out by only having 3.
Did we finish before or after yous managed to locate the? No, it was after yous located the last of the caravan because
Yeah.
we finished with yous having like packed up.
Yeah, we were literally
preparing to head home.
Yeah, we were literally starting to leave. Was the last thing we did. Because we just like hunkered down for the night as well.
Okay then. So yeah, you hunker down for the night, and given how hard it is to get here now, and the fact you've demolished most of like the local scav populace,
Don't put that on us.
And that
Oh wait, the scav populace. Sorry, I thought you were saying the buildings. You
No,
said the word
that was
demolished.
that was the scabs. We killed all the people. We righteously dealt with these domestic terrorists that ruined the natural scenery. That's what put on the
Alright,
propaganda
USA.
page.
given that your night goes fairly uneventfully,
Yes.
you wake up not exactly refreshed in the morning. It's not the most comfortable place to sleep, but you wake up ready to leave.
Alright.
And weren't we telling the caravan people to re-loot the place and carry on what they were doing?
We did, yeah. That was yesterday.
So they finished now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right. Just gonna heft my hammer.
Yeah. It
That's
will
it.
probably take you longer to get back than it took you to get here, just because you're traveling with a loaded caravan now.
And there's
Yeah,
a few.
we can no longer just like, oh well, everyone sleeps in the back of the caravan while we're moving because
Yeah.
it's full of stuff.
Yeah.
So you finish getting loaded, you ring everybody up, get as many people onto the, like, you divide people so that you can pull the caravan and still have some people like sat on it, and start trundling it along, and off you go.
Okay.
It's not the easiest trip out, particularly with all like the broken buildings. There's rubble all over the place. It takes you about an hour just to get out of like the area you're in, and back into like a more readily traversed space.
Mhm.
At which point you start to set off properly. You'll pass a few landmarks you recognise. The courtyard where you've fought dogs.
The half gherkin is visible on the horizon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but your morning goes fairly quiet in terms of the journey.
That's nice thoughts.
As afternoon approaches, like the sun's starting to go down, it's getting a little cooler. Yeah. You would hear a noise up ahead. It's not anybody attempting to particularly be quiet,
Mm-hmm.
but from where you are, you can't tell what it is.
Okay. I'm gonna just alert people to be on guard at least.
Well, I must say it's not something I've normally heard in this area. Perhaps we should take a little bit of a close, maybe leave the caravan behind, go on a little bit of a quick scout.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea. It doesn't seem to be trying to hide. Or if it is, it's doing a really bad job of it. So... it probably knows we're here.
Yeah. As you get closer, like the noise becomes more apparent. It's sort of a crumbly scraping noise.
Okay.
Which, if I guess people want to roll notice to see if they can find the source.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, if only I took alert.
Yeah. Oh, if only I took alert.
Up, I'm fine.
Yeah. You got a raise actually with alert.
Shame I don't have it.
Yeah. Yeah, I failed. Everyone else passes.
Sure.
I assume.
Yeah. So you're not 100% sure what it is. It's not something you've bumped into before, but it's some form of wildlife.
It's a fucking death claw.
Like, it's fairly large. Like, if I was to put it in a reference point you should probably understand, like, it's about the size of a there's a couple of them, like, the biggest is about the size of a small cow.
Oh, okay. I get the kind of size. Like a calf, essentially.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's scraping along at the rubble. Like, it's got two, like, sharp pointed tusks to it, which appear to have some sort of like metallic sheen to them.
Okay.
And literally it's scraping away at the rubble, and then chewing on the bits that fall off.
You know, I think the decimation to the local scav populace might have allowed these creatures to get away with more than they normally would.
They've been dead for
I assume they'd have been eating them by now if...
They've been dead for a day.
That's still enough time for creatures like this to be moving around on the surface.
Suppose maybe some sort of pig? Question mark. Is what pigs are.
Yeah, like. Yeah, that's probably a fair approximation for what they used to be.
I was like, big tusks. Pig?
Yeah, like large forward-pointing tusks, which I say it's using to like gouge at the rubble to break it down into rocks, which it's chewing on, like eating. And you can see that its skin basically has got a number of like, I don't want to say rocky, but like calcium style growths. You imagine it's like, if anybody among you are particularly educated in biology, which is probably going to be Velves. I don't know about Veruvius, but I guess you can roll something to check.
Would science work?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jax is like, pig.
I'll go with academics. Ah, yes, I know exactly what this is.
It's a horse.
These are the
Jesus.
proud and
Thomas
noble
Miles
dung
section.
beetles. I recognize them from old texts I came across once while trading with the scavs.
Edgar, your knowledge on this sort of thing is pretty limited. Because with the way they're chewing it, it could be that these things are carnivores that
Are very dumb.
have a similar teeth system to rats, where their teeth grow fast enough that they have to file them down by chewing on rubble. With tusks like that, you think you probably shouldn't get too close, that they'd be quite aggressive.
It's pretty good with a crit fail.
Velves, you'd be able to tell that these things are herbivores. They're not gonna be too bothered unless you get up close and you start like actively harassing them. What they are chewing the concrete for is to provide minerals for maintaining like the growths on the back, since they'd need like mineral deposits and stuff that aren't typically found in plants and the like lichens and mosses that they'd be largely grazing on. But the other thing is it would help in digestion. Like they would use it as a mechanical system. Like as they move about, like these little bits of rock in their stomach would literally just roll over and crush and grind the food they eat.
Sauropod style. I approve.
Yeah.
Okay, is there, from my role, do I know if there's anything valuable that could be sold from their body?
Food.
They do have metal elements in the tusks. Sometimes you can find ones that have grown up in areas like replete with specific minerals, because it depends on what minerals are in the diet. But you can get some valuable metals out of the tusks.
What colour are the tusks?
Everyone, these are very dangerous predators. What I think we should probably do is back up into one of the like nearby buildings and get some ranging on them, and maybe use my bicycle to lay down some heavier firepower on them from above, so we can kind of drive them away.
They are?
Well, they're hunting beasts of the city.
Pigs are hunting.
Are you made of metal?
No, I was talking to the scavs about them once. They will easily devour a man whole.
The scouts are pulling your leg.
No, they're very reliable.
They're pulling your
one
leg.
of them showed me how they lost their arm to one. Like, you
They're
know,
pulling you
really...
arm as well then. They're no more dangerous to you unless you're made of metal.
I look down.
Slightly pat my leg.
So your bicycle, that needs to worry. You,
So they're
unless you've got a metal leg or metal arm, you should be fine.
bicycle eating pigs. Okay, not the weirdest thing
Yeah,
I've
and
heard of.
from what I've heard as well is that because they eat various metals, they could be actually worth harvesting. I think their horn or tusk may have something worthwhile that we could sell back at the dome.
What colour are the tusks? Dan?
Largely like a dark grey. Like they do have a metallic sheen to them, but it's not just metal.
Okay.
It's not like they have like sharpened steel tusks.
I mean, I could probably put at least one down at range. I don't know about more. And I don't know.
Sure, you can do a few more.
There he is.
That's a Jason.
Alright, I'll get myself set up for that then.
I'll
You
MacGyver
guys
myself a gun.
Act as a vanguard.
Question, Jay.
Mm.
You know how Yokai's a pacifist?
Mm-hmm.
How does that count for metal-eating
Pigs.
pigs?
Metal eating.
Oh fuck, they're metal-eating pigs!
Yeah.
They can eat our friend!
They're gonna eat our robot.
Pigs kind of eat anything anyway. Same with goats.
Yeah, but these ones...
Shooting, like killing one with like a bullet to the head.
Yeah. In order to be able to like twist the head in the way they do to gouge stuff, they don't have any plates around the neckline.
Yeah.
Yep, so I'll target that area and I'll fire. surprisingly for me, a rather calm MacGyver gun.
Nice.
Okay.
So, oh, I need to get my Jack of all trades shooting up first. Let's do that.
Do you make an actual nail gun, essentially? Like a legit nail gun?
Oh, raise.
Nice.
6.
Is there any bonuses for sneak
With a
attack?
raise, part of me is
This would
wondering
be
if
an
you
ambush.
briefly nicked one of my 50 caliber cartridges while I'm loading. Like, I'm just bent
Won't
over,
be
you just
surprised.
pluck an actual bullet out of my backpack.
That's awesome.
That's real good.
What were you going to say there, Dan?
Because these things aren't paying enough attention to you as a threat. You have more or less just ambushed them.
Does that give me a bonus?
So combat surprise, the ambusher. So you are all starting on hold.
Yep.
And the things that you're attacking all make a notice roll. If they don't succeed the notice roll, they don't get an action the first round of combat.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh god, it's actually a combat. I thought it was just going to be a farming simulator.
Nah,
I think these things are a little tougher than you gave them credit for.
they're armor-plated pigs with steel,
Yeah,
like
he's
steel
like-
tusks.
Steel-infused pigs, and you're like, I'm going to just one-tap them.
So you
Here's
might
me
want-
getting up my actual siege weapon, and you're like, oh, we don't need that.
So what did you get?
That's just to get my shooting up, so I haven't shot yet. Do you want me to roll my shooting?
To be fair, like, I feel like a siege weapon would be appropriate to take down a wild boar anyway.
Wild boar the
Yeah,
size
let
of a
alone
car.
an armored wild boar.
And I am going to roll.
I'll roll
Oh,
shooting
fuck,
and
I've
see what
just
happens.
realised. These are the fucking armored pigs from Dark Souls 1.
They are!
Yay! I got a
It's
crit
not natural,
fail.
it's not natural, it's not a
I
crit
know.
fail.
I'm going to re-roll that.
With one of your billion bennies.
4 bennies.
Or any of my
That's why you've got
multitudes
J's
of
as well.
bennies.
2 bennies left. 1 benny left. This is how the last session went. 0 bennies left.
Use Jace.
Yeah, I have more now.
There we go!
Oh, look, first try.
Let's try.
First
raise.
try!
Guess I'll get rid of one of my many bennies.
No, that was all my bennies, because I got
Whoa.
4 from Lucky.
Is that how many lucky gives you?
He gives
Oh,
you one.
more.
Yeah, one more.
Oh,
Which one are you shooting?
The near one.
The one closest to me.
Okay.
That has an easy shot for the neck.
I was just gonna say you're not deliberately going for like the bigger one then.
There's a bigger one.
No,
Good to
I'm
know.
shooting them to farm, not shooting them
I'm-
to kill.
I'm
did-
aiming
I-
for the bigger one, but he's getting a shot
I
off
did
first.
say when I was describing that, like the biggest amongst them is such and such a size.
Oh, I actually didn't hear
Yeah.
that bit.
Didn't hear that bit.
I'm
Most just
I'm-
talking over each other.
Possible.
Yeah. Anyway,
How big's the biggest one? Rough
damage time. Elves.
Do,
Oh, 2 damage. Oh, shame I can't re-roll this by
guess? You can,
default.
you've got J's.
yeah, you got all of mine. You can spend.
Don't need it apparently.
19's not bad.
Not bad for 2d8.
Yeah.
so
I don't
you
think I get a modifier for that.
just get a card anyway,
Oh wait, you didn't roll the crit.
and let's see if
That's true.
these get. Alright, yeah. So add your crit damage.
Dash roll d8. I'll just add that at the bottom.
It's a d6
wait.
in this game.
Where'd my 4 go?
Is it not just extra dice?
No, no, it is a d6.
It's d6, which is
Oh.
unfortunate.
Here comes a 1. A 5.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you do manage to kill the one you hit.
Nice.
Farming.
This is
Oh,
the
how
new
is that?
farming simulator.
Right, so
As far as I'm aware, we're just farming them.
so one of them succeeds notice. So we'll get dealt in. The other one also succeeds notice, as does the last.
As we're on hold, I would like to take the next action as they've noticed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And obviously, I'm going to target the biggest one. That's probably going to be the toughest.
With your
Um,
artillery battery.
With my
Hang on.
Actually, yeah, you might want to like put down like where they are, like in relation to each other.
You said you was like they're all more or less grouped up because they were grinding at this bit of wall together. Also, you said you were about 24 squares away.
Yeah, I'm 24 squares away from the thing I'm aiming at.
I would have shot them with the group. I wouldn't have gone
Yeah,
ahead.
so of the 3 left.
Of course. Which one's the boss?
We'll say the big one's on the Joker.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It makes the most sense. Just narratively speaking.
Narrative pig.
But yeah, I have a circle to place on the big one.
Sure.
So wherever they are in relation to each other, the circle goes on the big boy.
Close enough that if you hit the big one, you would hit all of them.
I mean, if that's how it happens, I was planning to center it on the big one to try and make sure he had the maximum opportunity to be caught in the shot. But yeah. Right.
Gives me another penny.
Jay, where's your initiative, by the way? You have the
His
card.
hand.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, so I do. And
Right. So I am.
Just saying for ease of this combat, you just have left Opal to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. That's actually a raise to hit.
Nice.
So it's definitely not scattering back towards us, which is probably for the best.
With whatever.
So I do successfully load and fire off a pinpoint precision shot with this direct fire laser cannon.
Oh, you've also... I've just realised that was with the wrong character, Tom. It's actually 2 raises.
Hey.
hey,
It was also the wrong.
It was the wrong
shooting
shooting
dice.
as well.
But I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, it's because it's counted wounds penalty 3, so it's actually a 13.
Oh yeah. So
That's the main
13.
one. That's the main one.
Yeah, so 2 raises. I rolled a smaller dice, so I'm not gonna worry about like rolling the bigger dice when that's fine.
It's already a good hit.
I already
Roll your
handicapped
dead
myself. as
character.
well.
You rolled the first of your dead characters.
I'm sorry, I've got so many character sheets.
The dead ones are all in a subsection marked dead characters.
Yeah, but there's so many sheets there compared to not there.
Yeah, there's only 2 in the not dead character section for him.
So it was 2 raises.
Yeah.
So the big boy pig.
Is dead. Probably. Fucking hell, what did you hit him with?
My bicycle gun.
What is your bicycle gun? An interplanetary laser?
And now I have the unenviable job of
Sort.
changing the magazine.
Jesus Christ. That would have killed, I think, the entire party combined. Yeah.
You know when I said I, like, research scavs and sometimes have to worry about them getting too close?
Yeah, I knew you had a
That's
powerful...
what template weapons are for.
I knew you had a powerful weapon, but... it did roll, it did explode a fair bit, actually, and it did get good rolls on every
Yeah, I
die.
exploded on one of the D8s.
And your lowest of the D8s was a 6.
Yeah, and also exploded on one of the
Crits.
crit D6s. But still,
48 damage. I think you...
I hate to say it, Valves might have been right, there might not be...
Yeah!
We just thought, to be fair, you also kind of had the problem here of there's most people not much left to farm.
That's what I said, yeah.
that might be like the issue is I'm like, yes, I can securely take down Tank Pig.
You can!
I have the anti-tank gun.
Yeah, you have it.
Of course I can take down Tank Pig.
48 damage.
That's what I
On the
said. It's
big-
like you put a fucking crater in the earth.
Yes. So you direct hit the one you're shooting because it's the law, isn't it?
Yep, that's the law.
So you definitely kill Big Pig. Now let's see if the others dodge.
Dodge!
Evade even.
God, this is where I end up causing a stampede in our direction.
That's what I'm for.
Let me double check.
I think there's only 2 of them left as well. So. How many rounds does that thing take to reload, by the way?
In theory, 1, but it takes obviously a full extra large battery for every shot.
Ah!
Like, most of my capacity is taken up by, like, my other odds and ends.
Yeah.
The bicycle, the only thing stored on the bicycle, which is the only things I really can store on the bicycle, is the gun and, like, 4 shots,
4 shots.
I think, for it.
You've got a freaking Hammer of Dawn.
Basically, it's great.
Okay, agility roll -2.
How agile are these armored pigs? I don't even know what they have to make, actually. What number do they have to hit to evade?
Oh, they just need to succeed.
Oh, you just need to pass. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, it takes no damage, isn't it? With the evasion. Cool.
So, number 1 doesn't.
They need to
Number 2.
explode, actually.
Also doesn't. You kill the other pigs. You've used one of your expensive rounds to kill some, essentially, pigs.
Damn! That's what I'm gonna say, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the big old laser battery off the back and consider how long it's gonna take me to recharge the damn thing.
I peek down into the hole in the ground. Is there anything left?
I mean, I imagine at least the ones that weren't hit directly are probably at least just
Smoke.
hit by the splash rather than...
What part of let's farm these did include let's blow them to smithereens?
You got one.
Is there anything left of the corpse of that one?
Yeah, the tusks and stuff are no longer in, like, prime condition, let's say.
Dan, I think that's an understatement. They're no longer in condition.
Oh
Full
no,
stop.
right, these are made of, like, metal and things.
No, they're not made of metal. They have metallic residue in them. Like, they're
basically
essentially
covered in
tusks
tinfoil.
made out of ore.
Covered in tinfoil.
Well, gather what you can.
Yeah. I go down and gather the bits that I can. I'm gonna even call it salvage because I don't think it counts
I'll
as pig loot.
Join you in that.
You managed to get some little bits, but you are essentially now looking at a pile of rubble for some smaller, slightly different coloured pieces of rubble.
Let's see.
Right.
I might have over-guessed the threat that those pigs posed to us ever so slightly.
Yeah, I think you
To
also.
be fair, you thought they were particularly aggressive carnivores.
Yeah, like, I'm
I
still not...
corrected him on.
I'm still not 100% convinced. You know, like, as far as I'm concerned, they probably were incredibly dangerous. Even if they were herbivores, no herbivore gets that big without being dangerous.
I mean, clearly if you'd let them go, they would have killed another of your characters by goring them to stuff.
Actually, yeah.
Look, yeah, this is the only safe solution.
Well, also, I think you've definitely alerted everything on our way back home.
Everything within a
Look,
500-mile
If-
radius.
if something heard that and decides, yes, that's what I want to deal with today, I have a feeling that they're either incredibly dull as far as our species goes, or they're not our species.
Yeah.
Just rocket shot, explosion, dying squeal. Now all of China knows you.
I've just realised, Tom, you've got a fat man, haven't you?
Oh, not that big.
The 48 begs to differ.
What does that's what she said, joke?
Fair, that was with explosions.
With 2 explosions, though.
Yeah. And raised and 2
It was
raised.
good dice, to be fair. He just rolled very well overall, but still. That
Don't
would have
worry,
killed
you've
me
got nothing
out.
to worry about. I'm not gonna shoot it at any of us.
Good. It was more than
I
double
even
my...
generally try and avoid hitting the scavs with the damn thing.
You owe me a drink for
He's
losing
not
that
gonna try
hole.
and rocket jump.
No, I turn it backwards and I power the bike with it.
When you hit the sound barrier, what happens when you use that tactic?
The sound barrier hits him back.
Right.
There's not much cover to protect you from that on a bike.
Gloves. I'll be more than happy to regale you with the drink, as long as you'll agree to listen to everything I have to say on the socio breakdowns of the various scav clans out here in the Westlands.
Out of curiosity, Dan, how much toughness did that big pig have?
Like,
Oh.
they had 9 toughness, like general 8, and then like from
Yeah.
stats, and then like +2 for like the
Size.
calcium plates. So +1 from the calcium plates, and the big guy had an extra +1 because he's big.
He's bigger, yeah, makes sense.
I thought they'd be tougher.
And you were mocking me out of game. Oh, you're overly minimising the threat of these.
I rolled to see what your encounter
These
was.
are
It wasn't a good
incredibly
roll.
dangerous predators.
Yeah, hyper-aggressive, random pigs that we found on the roadside. Okay, we go back to the we go back to wherever the caravan is bolted to. And go, it's all fine. With just a dejected sigh.
That's clear now.
Yeah. We might have to take a small detour around the crater in the ground, but...
It's not on our main path. They'll be able to fit these things through rose rain.
yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of when a frickin' DM throws a party of goblins and the party just got 3rd level spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get. So you now have a small bag of unknown ore. You don't have like 2 big tusks and 6 smaller ones because you blew them all up.
Am I able to do...
You have a small bag of the bits you can find.
I put pig salvage badly burnt.
I'm able to do, like, experiments to the metals in the bag to try and identify what elements they are, or what minerals.
You have a bunch of chemicals, actually.
Like, with my
Not-
we're thinking of basic test, like, is it magnetic? Let's put a magnet next to it. Oh, we have iron.
That's not a thing that's easy to test on stuff in ore form.
It's too pure.
Not while you're like moving about, because yeah, there are impurities. A lot of the time, it's in compound with other stuff.
Mostly carbon now.
Yeah. So it like as a refined metal, it would have properties it doesn't as a compound.
Okay, is there anything I could possibly do to identify the metals?
I mean, you could work down. This is like you'd be able to tell, for example, that it's not like silver, it's not gold, because you'd be able to test it and say, okay, that is in compound. Gold and silver wouldn't react to form a compound. It would just be like veins of the metal trapped within rock as their raw equivalent.
Okay.
It's
So
probably
just-
not a precious metal, but it
Yeah.
could still be useful metals. Maybe a mixture.
Likely a mixture.
Pig bronze.
Pig, bro.
Big iron.
Wait, if Alistair, where'd you keep the bag? Is it on your hip?
I'm gonna say yes and wait for the inevitable joke.
Well, because now he's the man with the
Pig
pig
iron
iron
on
on
his
his hip.
Clearly, you could also just let him leave it there, and then just at one point in the journey, just non sequitur to just ask his hip what aura it is. You know, these hips don't lie.
Where's the town of Ografria? Let's go.
Random shenanigans aside,
Yeah.
I think we're more than done killing these pigs and jokes about these pigs.
Yeah. And jokes about apocalyptic destruction. Continuing on to the next encounter. Because there's definitely some things knows we're here.
Yeah, literally, just I rolled. I'm rolling. Do you have an encounter? Yes. What sort of encounter? This one.
This is where you get the really high roll and we actually have to fight a Deathclaw.
Old of you to assume death claws are real.
I mean, giant spiders and wasps are real. I'm not gonna doubt
yes,
that.
wasps are real.
Yep.
That is the thing.
So are Jackson's chameleons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get the carts trundling onwards again. One of them almost gets the back wheel stuck in the hole you made. But it gets called out as he's approaching. He takes a swerve to bring his wheel around. And on you go, you just keep going.
Okay.
And again, it's remaining fairly quiet. You reckon, like, any of the larger Scav clan you would have taken out in the fight, and the smaller ones, having seen that you won that fight, and are still, you know, not looking completely beat to hell. You don't look like easy pickings after it. The smaller ones are probably giving you a bit of a bear.
The WMD will also do that.
Don't blame them
Yeah.
after that.
On you go. Just trundle away through the rest of the afternoon. And you've made reasonable progress for like the state of the roads and stuff you've been on. But as I said when you were heading out, it's going to take you longer to get back than it took to get there.
Yeah, makes sense.
These researchers taking so long? Didn't they ever learn how to make a field blanket?
I don't think they need to. I think they have normal blankets.
I won't stop
someone
Tom
who's never
teaching.
woken. Sounds like someone who's never woken up in the middle of the night to find scavs run off with their toes.
Yeah, they'll grow back.
Are you okay?
Do you have no toes?
No, I was talking to one of the scavs once. He was telling me the story. They were in a fairly cold area, part of the city at one point. And as they were there, like, someone apparently stole their toes in the night, so as they reported at least.
Was this the same one that had a missing arm and told you pigs were carnivorous?
Might well have been.
Did he just lose body parts regularly?
Well, now you mention it. He couldn't show me the stumps and the toes because he was missing his leg.
That explains a lot, actually.
Get a really convincing prosthetic
And it had no toes!
that he couldn't show you.
You are a strange one out of many, many fellows we've met on this journey.
Many strange
Yeah, I
people
think-
we've met.
I feel like I've gone peculiar. I, like, all of these ideas in my head are starting to blur together in one kind of great Picasso.
On the other hand, though, like if you claim something particularly impossible, you might have to just believe him. Just because, you know what they say, impossible things happen when pigs fry.
I like that one.
Oh dear.
I like that one.
I'm glad the researchers are getting in on my nonsense.
Yeah, the researchers are seeming like pretty, like they're in a good mood at the minute. Like they've got a big haul, they're on the way back. They didn't die to an ambush.
They know their
That last
guards.
road we went down smelled like bacon.
They know their guards are
The
scary
scavengers
enough.
left a bit smouldering on the floor, smelled like bacon.
Weird how many things smell like bacon.
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 I cannot smell.
Do you have sensors
not?
that can detect
Do you
bacon?
not have olfactory sensors for gases?
No.
It wasn't installed with that.
Sean, what do you have?
You have a record of wasp information.
I have a lot of things, but unfortunately it's all like confidential. And I'm not allowed to reveal it until the product reaches its full release.
You're at full release now, right?
Negative.
Ah. Maybe when you get back.
Once he's at full release, it'll just say patent pending.
Oh, can we patent this?
I don't think we can patent someone else's robot. For one, I have no idea how he works and what I would even write down in the documentation.
Testbed.
Thomas Edison.
Testbed. At some point, write down exactly everything that you can do, and then we can sign it, and then you're patented.
That's...
Well,
not
based
how
on what you
that
just
works.
said, that's a very quick list, i.e. nothing. He can't tell us anything.
He just writes confidential, and then we sign it, and then it's patented.
No, I just would hand you a piece of paper, except if you've ever been on like the SCP Foundation wiki, it's just that. It's just all blanked out.
Here's the thing. Jax can't read anyway.
I see. Together, no information will be given.
No information will be written down, but also, as far as I know, you may have actually made that. You could have put squiggles on the page, and I'd be going, yeah, I'll buy it.
Yeah, so you get through there and you set up a camp. You set up your watchers. And you have a dinner with using the bits of pork, like the bits of pig you could salvage. You sort out a dinner with the caravan crew. As you sort of, you get a couple of them like just asking sort of general curious questions. So why did you decide to work out here the way you do?
It's life.
Just as a general question to a lot of you.
Yeah, it's just life.
well-
It's what the Sentinels do.
You see, in the times gone before us, it was a noble calling of many men to study the behaviours of their fellow man. And just because the times have changed doesn't mean that our duty to understand the true natures of the human condition have changed at all. That, and also, obviously, I get the choice picks of some of the most interesting toys to play with when I go back home to turn in more papers.
Yeah, you need to be careful with that thing.
I hope he like legitimately is talking about like having an action man or something. Straight, just actual toys.
It's Bionicles, actually.
Imagine having a Bionicle. Testbed plays whatever pre-installed speech about that's trying to sell robots is embedded in them. Here at Starshine Industries,
Starbucks.
or whatever it's called.
I don't know. Stardock?
No, Starpoint.
Starpoint.
Here at Starpoint, we care about making a better tomorrow today.
What about you, Valves?
The short answer of that is I'm here out of Desperation.
He's fully automated sex droids.
I'm gonna just press them.
Desperation. You're not just out here because you fancy stretching your legs and finding the goodies that you want to do your tinkering with firsthand.
You could say that, but it's more of the dome's not really kept my interest through the last few years. What I used to do is no longer think I do. So I'm now a bit more of a rogue.
That sounds like the cold, dead voice of a solar field technician.
Strangely accurate.
According to my ongoing medical profile of him, he is deathly afraid of solar panels.
That sounds less like a solar field technician. Maybe it's more like a solar field technician.
Yeah, that sounds more like someone who spent their time in the solar fields.
I'm planning to cure his phobia by locking him in a room with solar panels. Do not tell him.
Don't worry,
Tell you
I
what.
won't tell him.
I will hug a solar panel if you will shoot a person.
That's a pretty good deal. I'll cure him of his phobia.
I have in fact shot a person with drugs, healing drugs. Am I now hip and cool with the kids?
I don't know, I
No.
don't think any of us are kids.
They're definitely not, as you say, hip or
I
cool.
feel like Starpoint Industries could do with more
A better marketing team?
people to develop the human side of this robot's persona.
Making no... He has no idea how old any of you are.
What? Actually, why do you have our medical records? How the hell do you know how old we are?
He doesn't have our medical records, he has a note of like, this person got shot today.
Yeah, my
Oh, actually,
medical
yeah, mine would be
records
classified.
exist as far as I've made notes.
I also just realised, fairly sure mine would be classified, actually, so...
Yeah.
Why has he never required medical attention as long as we've known him? Don't worry about it!
Fair enough.
That's why I just assumed everyone was children apart from Bane. He's the only one who isn't getting hurt.
What about our old friend? He was dead. Was he still a child?
No, he was dead.
So you're saying that if a child dies, they're no longer a child?
Once people die, they no longer exist. They use up too much memory.
Oh.
I'm concerned.
For all intents and purposes, I do not remember anybody who has died.
I've just realised, by the way, Jay, another thing is like, why you think everyone's a child but my character. I'm 9 feet tall. You just think that they're all not grown into it yet.
It's just single dad taking his irresponsible parents' kids to their pet robot out to scaffold.
As somebody who is 0 years old, I am an expert on this. I assure you.
Irresponsible parents.
Alright, so we got desperation because you're meant to. Scholarly pursuits? And robot.
And robot.
Is it bad that all but the last one I couldn't tell which person you're referring to?
I mean, valid.
Like Scholar of Shoes, I think that's me, but may not be, I'm not sure.
You explicitly described yours as desperation.
Desperation.
Yeah. There's like, who's Scholarly Pursuits then?
The researcher, probably.
Yeah, the scav researcher.
Yeah, the guy who was talking about how he was researching things
Yeah.
and believed our scholarly pursuits
Oh.
shouldn't be left behind.
Also, if Elves is desperation, scholarly pursuits, then the process of elimination is the researcher on the bicycle with the rocket launcher who specifically says they look out for information from scabs, and the illiterate giant in pursuit of power armor with a hammer.
That's why I was confused.
suppose whatever reason you've got, as long as you're out here finding stuff, we get to keep the dome going.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'm sure even if the dome didn't keep going, its fall would make an interesting record in the archives of time.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't fall. That'd be a real pain in the ass.
Are we?
Have to move the
Yeah,
headquarters.
actually, I don't care whether the dome falls. I don't need to ask.
But if the dome falls, everyone will be homeless, and homeless people do not have paper to make notes.
It's fine, I can't read
No.
anyway.
Our scouts.
Nah, we'll fight. I'll just move to one of the other bases.
2 seconds, be right back.
We'll just get transferred. Or I will, at least.
Right. So, oh yeah, we've got the rest of the night, so... Any of you got any good stories?
Well, I'm sure when the professor has stopped having his eyes glaze over, he'll have some good ones. Oh! MacGyver, you can tell the story about the dome thing with all the bugs. These are the guys who sold the
Sure.
sea fault information to, right?
I'll tell the story of the dome thing with all the bugs. I remember that day. It was only a week ago.
I just want to hear your opinions of the story because I'm fully new that you got bitten, so I'm expecting a hallucinogenic, like, real trip fest.
Yeah, so we went to a mission to explore effectively a place, a bit like a biology lab. Not so much lab, but more like a greenhouse, I'd say. And we made sure that the thing existed, and well, we found it, but we also found I think, if my memory serves right and I wasn't hallucinating, a big fuck off spider.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the spider went nibby nibby, and I went owie owie, and then I think I was high for the last or next day. Was it a day when I wake back up? I don't know.
I think it was a couple
Fitting
days.
size classifications.
You were babbling a bit.
It got very colourful. That's what I remember.
Giant spider?
Yeah.
How big are we talking?
Its body was about as big as I am. The legs
According
extended
to
a lot
my-
larger.
According to my recently updated size categories, big fuck off.
Huh.
It had beetles the size of watermelons. Had wasps the size of birds. Big birds. Like, what are they? Vultures.
And surprisingly for us, based on today's events, we actually snuck through quite a lot of it.
I mean, we didn't have the professor here yet.
Which is mightily odd for, well, our group anyway, I imagine, because don't know about you guys, but I don't think the quietest bunch.
Not really.
Wait,
Yeah.
are we supposed to refer to each other by our titles? In that case, you must call me doctor. I do legally have a doctorate.
A doctorate in what?
Doctoring?
That's
Can
not
you have
a
a
thing.
doctorate in doctoring?
I have many doctorates.
Do I have a doctorate in hammer?
I have a doctorate in medicine, dentistry.
Interpretive dance?
Yes.
Oh, you can interpretive dance robots. Think I never knew about you. Go on then. Give us a show.
You're just stupid robot. But it's very simple to interpret.
Robot.
Yes.
I think there's a talent show back in the day. We should go on that. I think it's called like Dome's Got Talent.
I cannot enter. I am not a person.
Well, about
It's
Dome
fine.
Factor?
It's fine. No one in the talent show ever has talent either. You'll fit right in.
I have a doctorate in forging doctorates.
Ooh, can I have one?
What does the law say about this?
As far as you know, I think you're convinced that I'm essentially a policeman or something. So.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you can give him a doctorate in applied bashmatics.
It's fine. I can't read it anyway.
I was going to give him a doctorate in being big adult man.
Big adult parenting.
Doctorate in parenting. Yeah. I'm still convinced that he is these people's dads.
I really want art of this now.
What do I roll to forge? What do I roll to make a document?
Let's see.
Would it be hacking?
Oh, they legally didn't let me put in hacking. In case I jailbreaked
You're
myself.
trying to forge something? I'm saying that's thievery.
Yeah, let me just jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, thievery.
Yeah, that's just a smart roll, right? It's 2 2s. I think that's just basic, isn't it?
That's default.
I mean,
yeah.
you could always Benny it. No, you could always Benny it to fish for a better result. And actually a success, because right now that's not even a success.
Too bad.
You could just make a little reroll.
I could, but I'm not gonna.
He's gonna just explode 10 times. I told you it'd explode.
I'm just going to be good at things. I just print it out.
So your D4 minus 2, but you don't have any points in thievery.
You passed it anyway.
Yeah. Also, that's not showing with a minus 2, but
Yeah, it doesn't do the -2 automatically.
Oh, fair enough. We actually have. Oh yeah, you have to put it in as a modifier, don't you? For some reason, in this game. With these character sheets, at least. But yeah, I guess I get a document.
Doctorate in dadding.
Document in dad.
you can't read it. But you have a fancy piece of paper that looks like a certificate.
Yeah, this is like I can't read it, but it says doctorate in dad.
So he's given the illiterate man a doctorate in English literature.
I believe that is legally binding.
Awesome.
Yeah, since you were away, Tom, you've been asked by the caravan if you've got any good stories to share.
I'll regale them with my times among the Scav clans. Of the man who told me his stories of how he lost his arm and his toes and his leg and maybe other body parts, depending on whether or not I have any more interesting anecdotes that need to be made about him.
Kidneys, lungs.
The times where I've made narrow escapes by handing off terrible equipment to the Scavs only for them to realise that when they tried to kill me with my own equipment, it's barely functional as it is.
Spud tells a story about where he kicked a rock along a road for 2 hours straight. It's
that's a
not an
story that
entertaining
lots of
story, but it's like
people-
it's a mind-blowing experience to this robot. Like the odds of this rock going in the continued path that it did every time.
I
When
tell
my feet are not designed to kick things in a straight line. It's astounding.
the story of how Opal got us lost in the solar fields for like 5 hours straight.
So, out of curiosity, Testbed, your program, are you designed to like learn as you go along?
That is a good question.
So, if you do learn as things happen, could you learn to operate outside of your programming?
No.
Is that true?
Yes.
Testbed,
Was
I
that
forbid you to
true?
lie to me. Is that true?
Paradox
see.
created self-destruct sequence.
No, I don't think it's a paradox. It's I expressly forbid him from lying to me. And so he can't reveal the information to me, but he also can't lie to me, so he's now sat in silence.
Oh, it'd be funny if he self-destructed though.
He's not a doctor. He's actually helpful.
Initiating self-destruct sequence.
Oh,
Oh,
shit!
no.
A bot!
Rescinding all orders, Testbed.
That was a joke.
Ah! That's actually pretty good.
Are you sure? I've seen more complicated and less complicated technology than you decide to try and tilt me.
I am legally unable to kill anything.
Including yourself?
I am not alive.
Are you allowed to do property damage?
Yes.
Good to know.
Unless it is Starpoint property.
Fair enough.
And you commit property damage on yourself.
No, for I am Starpoint property.
I think we answered your previous question then, Professor.
There we go. We've worked this one out.
Are you allowed to protect Starpoint property?
Yes.
So if
But
someone...
not if it conflicts with the previous orders.
Okay. Question here. Do limbs count as property?
That depends. Are they my limbs or are they a person's limbs?
A person's limbs.
They do not count as property. They count as part of the person. Unless they are already detached from the person, at which point they are not alive.
And you don't remember they exist. So if somebody gets their arm cut off, he can't actually surgically attach it because he doesn't realise it's there.
Thank God I can regenerate.
Hey, Bells,
Yeah.
do you think you could, like, fiddle with the robot to make it less Starpointy?
I am fiddle-proof.
That is a statement.
Well, I would have
That
said
is a
no,
statement
but
that was
I'm
just...
now being
They
invited to a challenge here.
they specifically programmed me so I could not play the fiddle.
Oh. Is that like a
But
violin?
hear the fiddle.
Only the fiddle.
Just the fiddle. You can play the violin then?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, so while they're distracting our robot friend,
Yep.
I am gonna get up and, in the pretense of I putting my meal away and tidying stuff up briefly, I will then come back and get behind the robot,
Mhm.
and I'll start inspecting the robot itself, and just see if I can understand how it all works together.
Christmas gift to the robot.
Do I need to make a roll to understand the robot?
What is it exactly you're trying to do?
I'm just trying to understand how it's all put together, like how,
Oh, understand.
yeah, at the moment.
He's gonna hack it later.
For the reason I was hearing withstand, I was how the hell are you trying to withstand the robot?
We've been doing that all campaign so far.
I'll let you roll repair as like your tech skill equivalent to see if you can understand them.
Sure.
Come on.
Said it.
31! 31! Yes!
How many raises is that?
A lot.
8,
That's
12,
12.
16, 20, 24, 28. 6 raises.
Okay.
It's a high roll, and it wasn't Dan killing Tom, guys. It happened.
Yeah, so you can look at testbed stuff, and you can just sort of see how you think he was probably put together. It just like comes together in your head like a mental blueprint. It's just like, okay, so do that. That explains how it's working. Blah blah blah. You look at this program. You've got the blueprint in your head. And you think about this program, and you go, actually, that could work. I wonder if they did it that way.
It's just like one of those horrible robot movie things where there's like a kill switch on the robot, but it's currently set to peace mode.
His original design had like the kill switch on the bottom of the foot because nobody would look there. It got quickly removed.
It got quickly removed, like the original researcher's head.
Yeah.
Oh, just flip that kill switch, which either results as a useful party member or a TPK.
Well, no, it got removed because as soon as they sent them to march out, the kill switch got pressed.
One second, my mouse has come undone.
Your mouth has come undone?
Mouse.
Oh, I heard mouth. Okay.
Yeah, the mouse has had a really tough day.
$30 dude. Jesus.
I'm annoyed now. I should have asked, like, I'm just gonna reprogram it immediately.
Yeah.
Instead of being cautious.
I really wanted you to just completely fail on fucking around so I could just start yelling in Spanish.
Lopez!
I don't know what wanted to happen, but I know it was gonna be hilarious.
You just turn into Lopez from RVB, just start screaming in Spanish.
I literally just had Google Translate up so I could read,
Did you actually?
like, error messages in Spanish, basically.
I
Yeah,
am
but
Senor
but-
Lopez
The main reason you don't want to mess with the robot isn't because it wouldn't work, it's because it voids the warranty and now you owe Starpoint so much
or I guess I'll give you the what I want, and then you'll tell me how I can do it. So what first thing I want to do is I want to remove its prerogative to first of all its company, and then also to the lack of violence against people we designate.
Do I know he's tinkering with me?
You're being
That's
distracted.
this is the important question.
You're being distracted by us.
I know, but it's not like dude just started touching me.
Yeah, but do you have touch sensors?
Yeah, do you actually
on
have touch
your back?
sensors?
Can you feel?
Yeah.
I'd say it's fair enough for him to have a
I
perception check. Of some sort.
Yeah,
I
that's
imagine it in
Yeah, like some
time.
kind of
It depends
notice.
how paranoid Starpoint was, realistically.
I'd say if you were like a full like production model, maybe, but you're the prototype to get
No,
the
no, you should at least
personality.
notice.
Oh, the
Like,
note. That's
the-
what the notice is. Yeah.
The question, like, it's a question more like, you'd be rolling notice to see if you noticed before, like, Val's figured out where, like, your off switch was so we could work on you without you being on and risking shocking himself.
I guess I'll roll notice. Yeah.
You
I
passed.
don't know if you're trying to do this sneakily.
Does he get a disadvantage?
I was
Because
trying to do it sneakily, so do I need to make a sneak roll?
we'd
Yeah.
actively be trying to distract the robot when we see him trying to do this. kind of
Okay,
thing, I
I'm
think.
gonna throw in.
Then, if you're actively trying to distract, that counts as an assist for
Yeah, I.
Val's, not a...
Okay.
Okay, so I'll first of all Jack of all trades my stealth. That gives me a D6.
I'm gonna roll my assist before you do it, so you can potentially get a +1.
Okay.
Hey, have you got commander skills, or is it just a thing you can
No, that
do?
was my previous character.
Ah.
But I do pass, so he does get +1.
What is it? This one?
Persuasion, I assume.
Yeah. What do you roll for assist? Essentially.
Yeah, just a relevant skill. In my case, I decided persuasion because we're having a cordial conversation with Testbed.
Yeah, let's go persuasion because I actually have
Attention.
a die in that.
If I was pretending to
Hey!
have a medical... Oh, +2. If I was
+2.
pretending to have, like, a medical emergency or something, I'd say, like, performance or something.
Yeah.
Still don't think I beat the 7.
You should use one of Testbed's...
Yeah, you can actually.
I mean, I have to be willing. Is the
You don't
Are
know
you?
he's doing it. Yet.
There's a difference between
Yeah.
I
like,
won't
hey,
use
Testbed,
this.
could you pass me that spanner, please?
Can Testbed assist his own check?
I wouldn't want to.
You don't have to give him the Benny. But you do hate Bennies, and that would be one less Benny that you have.
Yeah. You go into your motivation of remove Benny.
Do
See, the
you...
thing
Do
is,
you...
You might not... Testbed might not want it in character, but
There's
Benny's
Jason
aren't an
one.
in-character thing.
Yeah.
Does Jason want the potential character development of Testbed coming back hacked?
It would be funny as hell.
This is all y'all. I'm not involved in this.
You take
I-
it.
It's your
exist.
Benny.
I just exist. Let me just exist.
No. You will be brought along to the Gruul riots, damn it.
Girl don't even exist here.
So I'm not using the Benny, so I think that means that
He-
Testbed notices
he
me trying to
notices.
empower him.
I mean, what? You got, like,
You got 4.
I got
Didn't he
4
get-
versus your 7.
I thought he got, like, benefits from you two.
That was
That's
with the
benefits. He got 4 with
Ew.
benefits.
Grim.
Yeah. He almost... In fact, he would have almost crit failed if he hadn't had the pen.
His head full 180 degree rotates and stares directly at you. This will void your warranty.
Oh, warranty, I don't care about that.
You
Do you
pushed
mind if I unplug you?
Yes.
It is nighttime, Testbed.
I was going to
am
put the battery
slowly
for charge.
dying anyway.
We'll turn you back on your watch. I'm assuming this is the conversation that he's had with Jax every evening.
fault in the logic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so if Testament doesn't want to offer a thing, then yes, you fail.
They fail.
You fail the sneak.
They fail. I call them out, and then they tell me that they're just swapping my battery for when I go on a watch later. And I guess I just have to deal with that. Cause like, what the fuck?
You know where your batteries are. They are accessed externally.
We have a batteries like the front.
Maybe they're changing his CMOS.
No, Jax has literally
I
said,
don't grow anymore.
Jax literally went, we're taking out your battery and we'll give it you back when it's your watch. Which I'm assuming he's been doing for every evening so far.
Perhaps also a touch of maintenance on your solar panels while we're at it. Make sure they're at maximum efficiency for tomorrow.
You did get
You're gonna have a
damaged.
busy day ahead of you.
Oh, I am fully capable of self-repair.
Well, we'll just do the stuff with your batteries then.
Well, you are on the wrong side for my batteries.
I'll get it. And I...
Oh, my bad.
Night, Despard. And I, basically do whatever
See
this...
you when I am born again.
Yeah, I basically do whatever the safety precaution is to take the battery out.
Rip it.
Without getting electrified. No, I did that last time, it electrified me.
Once more, I embrace death.
Okay, his power's off.
Is that confirmed, Testbed?
Yes.
I'm holding his heart in my hand.
Not his heart.
It's more or
It's
less.
like his, lunchbox.
It's his stomach.
It's 100% my heart. I just die without it.
You
Testbed believes he dies. The rest of us are like, he just wakes up the next day when we put it back in.
No. Him being in like low power mode is the equivalent of him sleeping. Him being turned off is the equivalent of you being dead.
It's just you get
You
neck.
come back in the morning, hopefully.
I mean, that's basically what I
That's reincarnation.
No, fucking. I've forgotten the name of the goddamn machine. The zappy.
The tasers?
No,
Terminator.
what are they called? Defibrillator.
Oh, defib, okay. Clear! You could have gone clear, and that would have gotten it immediately. But yeah, we've unplugged Testbed.
They tried
Okay.
the stealth route and it didn't work.
So
They went for the test bed's a fucking idiot route.
Okay, so Testbed from our side is now off. So I'll try and do my plan here of disassociate him with his company and give him the ability to kill on
Do
command.
harm.
And on the command of myself only.
Oh, can I have the command as well? It'd be kind of handy.
No,
Oh, why?
because all the power to me.
Oh.
Which would be great when I die.
Otherwise you're gonna die instantly!
Yeah.
Which would be just as funny.
Jax is
This is where
generally
he
gonna
does
ask.
get it completely crossed, and instead of giving him the ability to give kill commands, he gives Testbed the ability to kill, but only him.
Well, from what I'm seeing from this, from an out-of-game perspective, there's no bad option here.
I mean, for Testbed, he'll just grapple
In
you
terms of
forever, though.
clarity.
He'll grapple you forever, you'll keep rolling ones, and he'll keep rolling like 40 despite his, like, D4 -2.
Okay, so what roll do I need to make for that, Dan?
It's gotta be hacking, right?
Uh,
Like, there's literally a hacking skill.
yeah, like if you're inside the robot and trying to hack, at this point it would be hacking.
Okay, smarts again to get some hacking. Oh, I only got a D4. Just can't go badly.
Come on.
I passed
Nice.
somehow.
Yeah, you managed to hack the robot.
Hell yeah.
I've hacked the robot. So, do I get both my prerogatives that I wanted to put in there?
What was it you were trying to put in?
Disassociate him with his current company, so he's no longer loyal to them. And give him a kill on command and on my command functionality.
Yeah, you managed to get them both in.
Okay. I'll put all the wires back in. Must be a bit more haphazardly than they were previously in. Replace the warranty sticker so it doesn't look like I broke the warranty. And say, oh, that's done. I guess we'll see him morning if he's changed.
Yeah.
And I'll finish up at the campfire and head to bed.
You need your rest to stop your internal injuries still.
Yeah, and I'll go to bed after hacking testbed.
I'll stay up chatting for a bit. I'll take first watch. Essentially, then I'll lumber off to a good watch position.
Yes, everything was done.
Testbed has been hacked. He may no longer be a pacifist.
Yep. Is that all she's been doing before the watch? And before, like, wrapping up the little, actual, like, little talky bit and carrying on?
Unless the professor wants to do
so,
something, yeah.
Okay.
I'll at some
Yes.
point have plugged Testbed in again as well for his watch.
You sort out your watch, and you head back out in the morning.
Bold of you to assume the testbed is still there if you've removed any reason for him to stay.
That's a very good point.
No, you
You've
actually.
removed, like, the one order that kept him with the party, and then put him on watch. He's just going to leave.
No.
Well, no, we've given him the order to be on watch.
Yeah, we've given you
He
the order.
doesn't follow orders.
No, here's the thing. He doesn't explicitly follow Starpoint orders. They're no longer his highest
The only
priority.
reason he was listening to you was because he was all
Was-
of
was he?
to
Local.
by Opal, who works for Starpoint.
Right. Fun.
Oh no, what have we done?
We've just killed
Look,
him.
he can't have gone
Yeah.
far. He was on battery power.
You wake up in the morning to no test bed.
He would just
I'm
go.
blaming the fucking
He's
giant here
going
for
to
making
go
a test
find
bed.
a rock and kick it.
He has freedom. He's like Wally.
Right, he was on battery power when he left. He can't have been awake for long himself if his solar panels have kicked in enough to wake him up properly already. Maybe
So
we
they're
can
hunting.
track him.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
that-
try tracking Testbed.
Sure. Roll.
Survival.
Yeah, probably.
Is anyone going to give me an
Yeah.
assist or has a better than D4?
I can get a D6 maybe.
No.
Oh,
How
Jack
do you have a negative
raise
2
my
in survival? Isn't it a default?
No, survival is not a default.
Is it not?
I've got a D6 in survival now.
I'll try to
You
assist
full of
you then.
Fucking 11.
I failed. Barely, but I failed.
Still failed.
Fuck. Benny. Oh, wait, you can't.
No, you didn't fail. Oh, right, no, you got the smarts.
Yeah.
Right.
I got the smarts and then I got a 1 and a 2.
Alright, I'm gonna do this again.
Can we tell this is the last session of this campaign?
Oh no. What have we done?
We just
We lost Testbed. He's not dead, he's just gone.
just
Yeah, none of you managed to find test bed, I guess. Unless you're using all your pennies on this.
I'll use a Benny. Fuck it.
I'll use another penny.
7. I find him.
Yay!
Hopefully.
After what, 5 hours.
Yeah, we're
For a
just like
while.
scampering around like, where is it, where is it, where are the tracks? Nobody
Yeah,
tell
so
Opal. We'll send
you
Opal out
don't
scouting this
find-
morning.
Test bed, but you do find tracks, which, upon closer inspection, each of them has like a Starpoint, like a Starpoint design logo, just like bossed into the foot, basically, onto the heel.
We just see like a mark where a rock has evidently been just kicked along this path. Yep, I think I found something. That way. And Jax is gonna set off.
Okay, we're following the giant.
Seems like the best option.
It's fine. Okay.
Do we find our lost friend?
Powered down somewhere.
Like, is it morning you're looking, or
It'll be morning when we started looking, because that's mostly when we realised he's fucked up.
Oh. Wait,
yeah?
would Jax have been the one to... would he have fucked off immediately when we repowered him?
Probably.
Then Jax, if Jax was the one doing the... then whoever was doing the watch would have probably noticed the before him.
I mean, the issue is you I think it was you powered me for my watch, and then I was like, okay, and just wandered off in a direction.
I guess, yeah, Jax would have woken you guys and was like, oh, he's just fucked off. Shit.
I mean, as far as you know, he was just walking out to go and patrol.
Fair point, actually, yeah. Yeah, so it'll be morning then.
I'm happy to do it morning, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. So he wouldn't be powered down. If you follow the tracks that you found, you would eventually come across him. Then what would Testbed be doing by the time they find him?
Oh, he's still kicking that rock.
Is he just sat there trying to get it go perfectly straight?
Yeah, like he's been doing this since he woke in a straight line. There's probably like a few points where like there was something in the way, and you can see he's like moved it out the way and neatly stacked it to a side, and then carried on.
Bed, there you are. You okay, friend?
I'm kicking a rock.
How you feeling this morning, buddy?
I'm kicking a rock.
Is that good or bad?
We were a little concerned when you weren't on watch last night.
That's because I'm kicking a rock.
It's bedtime. We need to power you down. You okay for us to power you down?
No, I am kicking a rock.
Right, but what if you kick the rock while we escort the caravan back to the town?
I am kicking the rock that way. The caravan is going that way.
If you keep kicking the rock, let me just check that everything's working, okay? And
If you touch me, I will knock you out.
Well,
It worked!
okay. Testbed, if you would come with us in the direction of the town, perhaps I could swap your little battery out that you use during the night that you say feels like you're dying with one of my large batteries that you've seen has a lot more power in it. Maybe that will make you feel less like you're dying during the evenings.
No, I'll just go into low power mode. It's like sleeping instead of dying. I have prefer it a lot, actually. I hate when you take my battery out and make me go on watch. It is awful.
Congrats, Testbed. You're alive.
I also don't appreciate this, but I'm going to carry on kicking my rock. This is my only identity now.
I have a question.
What?
You think you can take his battery out if I hold him down?
yes.
Good. Grab him.
I'm not sure that's a great idea.
He's gone and done it. We'll find out very soon.
Like contested athletics or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it
What?
is.
Yeah.
Let's
But
see,
I
but how
believe
expect
Kane
this
has
game
to
to
get at
end?
least a 4 for you to even have to care.
I actually don't get... I have a question. Size bonuses for it. It only counts if you're the actual, like, size categories that increase your hit points, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Because then I don't get just a +2 to this.
Damn.
I got you.
Jason, would you like to use your pennies to stop this?
Listen, the pennies is a Jason thing, not a testbed thing. They're never getting used.
I grab him by both his arms and just heave him off the ground.
No, my rock.
And while he's being grappled, I'll try and dash in and take the battery out.
This is all I have.
The defender is entangled, and the attacker is vulnerable while grappling. Entangled, you are distracted, and you can't move until you are free. Distracted is -2 to all trait rolls.
So I
what's
can't punch.
You try and kick him. I
Actually,
guess.
hang on. 7
There's
versus
nothing
3.
stopping you from
I tell a lie.
punching.
7 versus 3. Bane, you get this grapple with a raise.
Yay!
Oh, yeah, no, you get the full, like... Both of you
so-
become...
Bound.
Yeah.
The testbed is vulnerable, distracted, and cannot move or take physical actions other than trying to break free.
Then yeah, I've just picked the robot up and chokeholded him. One arm around his legs, one arm around both his arms and his head. Just like, get the battery out of him.
This is uncomfortable.
So I need
Sorry,
to
Testbed.
check to get the battery out?
This is not very dadly behavior. I may have to revoke your doctorate.
Nope, this is very dad behaviour.
Dan, do I need to make a check to take the battery out, or is Bane
No.
passed by far enough?
He can't move.
Look, testbed can't move at this point. So you'd be able, like, he's not going to be able to struggle against the bat. You're getting it out, so you'd be able to pull the battery.
Okay, so I pull the battery out, and I'll go on to immediately start working on him again. And this time,
Follows our
I've
orders.
learned, that's the first time I ever hacked anything, and I'm going to reprogram him to follow orders from myself.
Can it be me
And
as
that's-
well, please? At least for the following orders, but so we can help.
I'll get him to follow orders by myself, and he'll treat myself as how he previously treated the company in terms of loyalty.
Oh.
Don't take his free will away.
We
You
gave him
saw
free
the free
will.
will.
We gave
I'm
him
just
free.
like, as soon as you're in his antennas, I'm like, what if we just take him back to town and like try and like teach him things? Like, you don't have to
Yeah, don't do that.
reprogram him. Like,
Reprogram
freed
him
him.
to respect us as his good friends.
you no, not that either. Just
Why?
you freed him from the Starpoint tyranny. Is that not enough?
Fair.
You heard him himself, he doesn't like being free.
Nah.
It didn't sound like he didn't like being
I'm also
free.
mainly going. Can we go up because we're on Twitch? And I'm not sure how this goes for being banned or not, but
Nothing's. He's reprogramming a robot.
I know.
But importantly, look, just let him go. Like, I mean, you don't like when people talk about putting people into slavery, right, Jax?
Correct.
Is if he edits him to make him deliberately like us, or he edits him to just follow orders, doesn't that sound a lot like that to you? Isn't this just a continuation of the repressive cycle of humanity taking advantage of those who are weaker than them?
The definitely following orders bit, yes. The get him to like us isn't really.
So you're saying that you want me to program him to like us?
Yeah.
I'm saying that you shouldn't program him with anything. I'm saying we should take him back,
The
plug him in.
The problem is at the moment he has just one setting, and that is kick rock that way. We should at least give him some personality, make him more free, and make him more of a person.
We're starting to get a bit more complex than what my capabilities are mostly capable of in the middle of wasteland.
Like I said, we should take him back. Work on him. If you're gonna do this, do it properly. Not to enslave him and do horrible things, but to maybe give him something other than what he's programmed to do.
That sounds like a plan, but I think the best way of getting him back is, for now, getting him to follow us. Because he could just walk off again, and we may be not so lucky this next time, and he may just fuck off forever.
Can you program him at least, even if it's temporarily, with just respect for us?
Even I don't have respect for us.
I know, that'd be first.
I'm not that cruel to give him unfounded respect. Okay, so I think from that, I'm not sure why we talked all that much, because knowing me, I'm going to fail this check.
Yeah.
But I'll program it, or I'll reprogram him to be interested in following our orders.
Okay. Hold your hat.
And treating all three of us with the utmost respect.
Quite enough for me to be willing to shoot you in the back of the head while you're doing
To be
this.
fair, you don't know what I'm programming them with.
It's true, like, I was still like 50-50 on even letting you do it.
And then the hack.
You passed!
Pass. Just a pass.
Barely, but you passed.
Okay. You get the order changes in.
Okay. Well, this time, let's try it while we're all there.
Yes.
And this poor warranty sticker I'll stick back on, and I'll take the battery. And I'll plug the battery back into him.
Hey, testbed.
Hey there,
How
bud.
you doing?
Hello.
What I will say is, they have hacked these like commands into your code. They haven't removed like your morning or anything from your memory banks, so you are aware that they've just like picked
Yeah.
you up and hacked this into you.
We were polite about it, though. And we tried convincing him first.
You're lucky I respect you all so much, because that was some mighty fucked up shit you just pulled.
Sorry, buddy, we
I
don't want
know.
you getting eaten by pigs in the wasteland.
Goodbye, Rock. You were my one true friend.
You can bring the rock
You
with
can
you.
bring the rock with you if you want, testbed.
It is not the same.
Do you want this gun test bed?
Do you want
Just in
No.
case we get attacked.
Here's a gun.
Let's not give him a gun
Yet.
when we've already established that you barely know what you're doing when it comes to reprogramming him.
I just want to see if it works.
Considering that he just went off with nary a care in the world into the wilderness, do you really think giving him a gun when we don't know what he's thinking is a good idea?
Well, what?
He also turned the gun down. That's his choice to do.
I like
Okay.
animals.
Maybe we could get you a job like learning more about animals, testbed.
How does a vet sound?
And of all the animals I've come across, I respect you the most.
Vet?
Valves, you're giving him his free will back when we get back. This isn't good. This isn't okay.
Don't think people worked out how to give robots free will.
Well, you'll be the first.
Well, damn it, he at least enjoyed it when he was kicking a rock. And you certainly didn't program him to kick rocks.
That's fair.
You have a weird sense of what free will is.
Free will by
So
So do
definition.
you. So do you, since you hacked the guy because you didn't like the fact he wanted to stay and kick a rock.
Hey, I never said I was trying to give him free will.
Yeah, you weren't. You actively weren't. We had to stop you from taking it away completely.
I have no interest in giving this robot that could destroy us all free will.
Jax's.
Follow-up campaign at some point.
Yeah.
Testbed destroys the world.
Dexbed destroys the post-apocalyptic world.
I would never do that to humans. They're like dogs.
Question. Do I count?
Look, this is good enough. We'll get him in a better state once we're back at base. Let's get this caravan on the move again.
Let's get paid and then we'll deal with it later.
You take the reprogram test bed back. Opal's waking up as you got there. She apparently you elected not to awake her.
Yep.
when
Yes, we did not.
I mean, she would probably have been the one with the best tracking skills.
But we don't want to have to kill Opal. Yet.
And you get the caravan on the go.
Hello, Opal.
Okay.
Hello, Opal.
Hello.
I'll say you just don't bump into anything else, like no more scabs on the way back. You have a fairly uneventful trip back. Aside from, a conversation with Testbed, and presuming that you are deliberately trying to keep him from spending too long talking to Opal, just
Yes.
in case you notice that something
Yes.
is wrong.
Hit me with me.
This is a trip back less full of scav encounters and more full of just like wacky sitcom hijinks as you try and keep Testbed and Opal apart.
Yeah. Jax will be talking to through most of it. Like, anytime Opal comes near, he'll bring it on to like actual conversations about the mission. When he's not, he's actually trying to teach Testbed person skills, but it's Jax doing it. So it's person skills from a essentially vat-grown super soldier.
90% of this information is incorrect.
What do you mean? It's still I was taught growing up. See, if the other guy tries to stab you in your sleep, you twist his arm like this, and you put the knife through his head.
I don't think the arm twists work on robots.
Fair point. You detach
Also,
his
the
arm.
robots don't sleep.
Also valid. And this is how you protect your battery for your power pack. We'll get you some plates for that when we get back to town.
I am already mostly covered in armor. It is impressive that anyone managed to break through it in the first place.
Exactly, so there's a chink in that armor, which means you need to patch it.
What do you think of the company you previously worked for?
They were nice people. They were basically my parents. They gave me all the information I have.
Aww.
Ah. Were they kind to you?
Maybe.
He was probably offline for most of it.
They killed him a lot.
That's good to know. And
Oh god, would he have like memories of all his when he was just programming? And parts of it
God,
being
like
deleted
baby,
and
like
repaired?
baby pictures, but like
Code? Like the Matrix?
here's version testbed 001.
Like 5 lines of
That
code.
was when they added the load-bearing good boys.
Okay.
That file can never be removed. They should not have let the intern do it.
Testbed is actually just like a conglomerate mass of spaghetti code held up by a fucking JPEG of a dog that if you remove it he shuts down and nobody knows why.
I hate that represents my job.
Oh.
I've seen those systems. Same reason why, like, when you're doing games dev stuff, occasionally, like, in games, there'll just be a thing in a level and people are like, why is there a fucking, like, spatula just under the map? It's like, it was probably just in there at one point and they couldn't work out how to get the map to load without it at some point. Or it's like, this spatula contains the event script for everything.
You need it to be somewhere in the level, so they put it into like an invisible wall. Behind an invisible wall, so no one can get to it. But if you clip just the right way, you can see it.
so do we continue on our journey?
Yeah.
We were getting a fairly uneventful.
Yeah, like your trip
Alright.
back is largely, as I say, it's mostly like social, like trying to keep Testbed away from Opal, so that you don't, spill the beans too early.
And teach testbed people skills with these three mostly unsociable people.
I have like an 8 in common knowledge. He should vaguely know people skills.
I know, but we're trying to help you be a more...
You're a jack of all trades. You're already more competent than most of us
Yeah.
most of the time.
I have like a subroutine for nigh everything.
I'm really happy.
So you would eventually make it back to the dome. Like you sort of, your caravan's all trundle up, sign your papers to get in, and you're told by the guy in charge that you just need you to escort them back to Starpoint Design with the stuff. You need to talk to them about sorting out your pay
Sure.
Oh,
and
well,
getting the stuff evaluated.
Sure.
Neat.
why don't you fellas who have stuff to do with this go on ahead and do that, and I'll maybe stay here with Testbed for a while.
Just check,
Show
is
him the
Testbed
sights.
part of Starpoint Design?
Yes, he is expected to be going back with Opal to help with the debriefing.
Oh, I thought we'd go, like, take a look at the solar fields. I thought it'd be an interesting field trip for him.
I'm covered in their logo.
The solar field sounds like a good idea.
Don't lie to me.
Hey, I think he's... Hey, Testbed, to be fair, I think he's just trying to get out of it himself.
Look, do you really want me meeting your creators, them talking to me, I go over my doctorate, and I tell them how they've done such a great job at informing you of information, but a poor job of turning you into a human being? And then I have to go over the studies, they show me the early variants of the code.
I do not know you well enough to give an answer to that
I
question.
have known you for 27 hours.
I have known
You
you
respect
for
him though.
I have known you for 27 hours. With all due respect.
You do respect him.
He respects us more, though. Because he's known us longer, apparently. Yeah.
Guess we have to return Testbed to Starpoint. And hope they don't take away his wonderful will.
I'm so tempted to go full villain here and be mechanically or maniacally evil and...
Don't make me shoot you.
No. Wait till we're in Starpoint Designs and are backed into a corner to go maniacally evil.
Yeah, but you wheel, you help wheel the caravans down. You wheel them all into the big warehouse, into the open plan part of the floor, and then you have the person who deals with the business front come out to meet you. He talks to the caravan for a while. And goes, okay, we'll be over with you. Just sort of gets a tally of what they've done. Right. Okay. We'll double check that there's been no mistakes. Everything they've said is here. If it all is, you can expect to see a paycheck coming through within the next week or so.
Thank you.
Now, how was the testbed unit operating in the field?
Fantastically. Very much helped out.
Why do I not get paid?
I don't know, Testbed. Why does Testbed?
Why do you not get paid? I don't know.
He's
I believe the only issues that so far have arisen with it is the non-violence has been somewhat restrictive on the unit's chassis, and also, at least from where I'm sat as a study of various aspects of the human condition, I believe that you should potentially give the testbed units more freedom to make their own decisions going forwards. Less about directly following orders.
Look, that level of customization comes later. For now, we're just trying to establish a baseline to build the product off of. The non-violence routine is going to come standard in the civilian unit for people around the dome. for
Field units.
field units that head out with claims like you, I imagine there'll be more custom job. Like they'll get ordered by like reclaimers who've had a fairly decent payday and want to take a unit out. They can be programmed to be able to be like combat capable.
Oh.
I don't like the
that's
idea
all.
of my army of clones attacking people.
They won't be clones. You'll all have a unique identifying number.
Will they have free will?
Depends entirely on who makes the order.
So you're saying you're looking to make a bunch of robotic slaves to be sold by the number?
I wish to point out that
Once again, robots, not people.
I wish to
Not
put,
not
I wish-
slaves.
I wish to
But
point out to
Testbed,
people, by
what
the
is
way,
the root of the etymology of the word robot?
that the slavery hatred thing is a racial trait for all Sentinels and would be common knowledge for people.
I'll be trying to push your eggs there, Ben.
I know, but yeah, bringing it up, the guy knows what you're doing probably because he's definitely dealt with Sentinels before.
Look, have your moral panic, your moral outrage. At the end of the day, it's not a person right now.
Testbed, how do you feel?
If we build, if we
my
advance
hand.
them far enough that we think that sort of moral issue is a concern, we'll bring it up to the councils and see about getting them people rights for any unit with a sufficient level of intelligence.
Yeah, but
I'm
kicked her
expecting
off.
companies to self-report.
Those with that level of intelligence will be given free will. It would be cruel
And-
not to.
How many will be produced that are lobotomized to not be
Please
given
don't ban me
that?
on Twitch. I'm just claiming this now. I don't know if this goes against terms of service, but it feels like it might.
It doesn't. Don't worry. We're not saying the naughty words
Yeah, please don't.
or showing
Anything.
things that got Amazon banned recently from their own channel.
Oof.
Look, what you're describing as lobotomized, like the commercial units, are just going to be. They're going to be designed with just enough code to be able to do their function in a way that's less just less dumb to sort of say, where like it won't have like a set. We'll put in enough of a database of options and such that it can be used for whatever civilian application.
Alright. You win this round, star point.
Yeah,
But
my
hear
dad's
me.
cool.
Testbed is alive.
I am not.
So it won't have any processing power dedicated to like decision making or like higher thought processes with regards to itself. It will just be. It'll be a bundle of routines and subroutines for performing tasks, but no overarching order or thought processes to bind them together.
Alright, but
It's
hear
true.
me out. Testbed is a person.
No.
Testbed enjoys kicking rocks.
Yes.
The testbed is more advanced than the commercial unit would be. We're leaving him to see how he develops, to see where.
Well, he's developing alright.
You said that in a really
and we're,
creepy
we're,
way.
we're going to we're going to look into his code development and see how it's going, like how intelligent he is, whether we need to bring up AI rights to the diarchy.
He's a
You
smart.
ask Testbed if he wants you to look into his code?
He's a smart cookie.
I am a robot, not a cookie.
Robots can be
Do not
cookies.
patronize me.
Robots can be cookies.
Testbed, do you want them to look into your code and turn you off so they can examine you?
To make sure the people I respect don't get in trouble, I will answer no.
That's...
What did you do?
I didn't do
'Cause
anything.
that's not.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
I think we should
Testbed,
hand
has
Testbed
something
over now.
come to your code?
No comment. They definitely did not do anything. Do not look and check.
Oh, dear.
No warranty stickers have been broken.
Opal, what happened?
She has no idea.
Opal gets. Look, if anything happened, it's been very recent. They have been a bit so greedy with like monopolizing Testbed's time the past couple of days, so I imagine it's happened then. But if it's happened like during Night Watch or something where
They made me experience
Obviously,
dying
myself.
multiple times. It was awful.
That was
Not
just
dying Testbed, it's running on battery power.
Opal, take Testbed through to the power station, get him plugged in. We'll need to take a look. If I find that there's something wrong with his code, and you've fucked this up, then you will be seeing consequences. We'll be denying your payment for this and likely suing you.
give a pat on the back to MacGyver.
Well, with all of that, I should probably get back to my studies.
She get back to work.
Who are you anyway? I've not got you listed in our
He's the one under Horseman.
documents.
Gonna stand up, dust myself off, like one leg over my bicycle, and go, Dr. Vesuvius, Scav Explorer, and just cycle away as quickly as I can.
He was the one.
We are in
that-
a building.
He, he
I
was
can
the.
cycle down the corridors.
He
I'll
was-
run a man down.
Is
He was the one under Horseman. The.
I think that was a homeless man. A very
Yeah.
respectable homeless man.
I'm guessing he lost the horse?
Yeah, he got a bike instead.
It's
He died
yes,
twice.
because the horseman was Dr. Vesuvius. Sure.
Here's the thing.
Wait,
Here's the thing, though. The Horseman wasn't the one who made the contract, so he probably was under it as Horseman.
but there was a horse? Is that what one of these death tallies counts as?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like, literally, while you're saying that, Opal just sort of walks up, puts one hand on your shoulder, just sort of gently just like dragging you to one of the back offices to plug you in.
Maybe I shouldn't immediately delete people's information when they die, leaving only a tally to show they existed.
I so wish I could have gone full evil with
You still
changing
can.
the robot.
You've got the opportunity right now.
Oh, I
But
need
Ja-
access again to change him.
I mean, you could shoot the guy right here, shoot Opal, and then keep going. But Jax is like, yeah. This
I'm making my escape.
Yeah,
while
you'll
I
make
still
this
can.
one.
They're not suing me.
yeah, this one is
I have
Unless,
important things to do.
unless you want to try and do this, like, Testbed will be getting taken to the back.
Oh yeah, it's got way past the opportunity where I could have gone full evil.
yeah, Jack.
Probably for the
I'll
best.
Oh
I'll
boy,
leave
I'm
as
going
well.
to my room.
Yeah, Jack.
Opal's that's alright. I'm gonna look at you and see what damage they've done.
As you know, can't hack with code. Not one of my specialties. So, this is me heading off to my base.
Yep.
Expecting the payment.
I think we'll probably call like use a back, use have sorted out the caravan. You've
MacGyver's
got in
gonna
trouble
get
for hacking testbed,
MacGyver would have
and
gotten
you're
sued.
expecting your payday in your lawsuit.
I'm not getting sued. I had
I'm
nothing to
You're
do
also
with
not
this.
getting paid.
Yeah, but that's fine. We all know that I'm extremely rich. I'm just gonna go trade out my gear for new gear and leave.
It's fine by my mechanical brain. By all accounts, I respect Jax and I respect the other one that I don't remember the name of, Mechanic McGee,
Valves.
MacGyver.
Valves.
Valves. But me and Jax on the way back did what Jax referred to as broing out, so therefore I respect him more
Yeah.
and will immediately, if it will save him and make him sure he gets paid,
Throw valves
just
under
rat
the bus.
valves out.
Yes.
He got a certificate of dad. He's basically my second dad
Yeah,
at this point.
Yeah,
I'm your
over the next
adopted dad.
Over the next week or so, Testbed gets his code repaired, and given like some of the objections and so on, that ends up starting to get put through like a battery of intelligence testing and like trying to figure out where he is on like the potential person spectrum. Jax receives a fairly significant paycheck,
Yeah.
all things considered. As does Opal. And Valves gets no money and instead a lawsuit.
Why are they suing? Because I live pretty much in the slums.
Indentured
Well,
servitude.
the main reason they're suing is because when they check the code, it sure does have the only you can order me to kill someone
Yeah.
code in there.
Kinda, yeah, actually, that's the point.
It does only have that.
I
will
mean, I
say-
don't even know if you got that in successfully, so there's just a comment in there that says put code here to make obey kill command.
He
For valves
removed
only.
he removed my loyalty to the company, and then made it so if he told me to attack or kill someone, I would do it, but only if he ordered it.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
what
when he
I'm saying, it's so
updated it,
tempting to
he
go
didn't
full evil.
remove that.
It was so tempting to go, just kill everyone. I'm going taking down this company.
I don't know why you think I'm that competent.
You're
I
really
don't
not.
have any ranks in fighting.
He's a medical droid with a shield.
I mean, if you had done that, I probably would have shot you, not test fed.
Yeah.
But I would say,
Also,
for what Rails were doing now, it will ignore the lawsuit because good luck trying to sue someone who's got no money.
Oh, they sue you for future profits. Like, they sue you and they get like a percentage cut of everything you earn until you pay it back.
Yeah.
Not on the black market.
Just never make an official profit again.
Wait, was I taken to the black market at like the start before we left?
If
Oh.
you,
No, you weren't, because you were actually getting maintenance done.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
I just remember you just went to the black market.
We did go to the black market real early.
But I
Man,
will.
I can't
having-
wait for the black market to just start fucking you over price-wise because you don't have a choice.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I will say, as with my understanding of how he's built, because I got that massive 31, and understand that, I will start making my own black market quality
Yeah.
AIs and droids.
MacGyver drones.
Great War MacGyver drones and stuff. to
MacGyver
start-
bot.
It ain't
yeah.
gonna last long, but for one,
Yeah,
it does
my-
work.
My question for you: how do you deal with the whole inbuilt solar panel part, Mr. Deathly Afraid of solar panels?
Oh, I'm just definitely afraid of working on them. I'll just buy like
You
working
just
ones
said
and
that you're
stick
like-
them.
I mean, yeah, that's still like working with them.
No, clearly, what he's just gonna do is just run all of them off of batteries.
Yeah.
Off
Oh
batteries,
god,
babe.
that's so inefficient.
They're real inefficient, but they're black market budget version.
And he's gonna make drones to deliver batteries. to
so
other
what you're
drones.
saying is that these things aren't going to be much use aside from us fucking, like
Can't believe you're
Paramount.
gonna get like double sued for copyright infringement.
But everyone's been injecting what the robots are. My intention of the robots is basically create a competitor to Testbed to be a fully functional robot and create AIs that are
Murder
a
bots.
bit more questionable and indiscriminate
You just
that you
you
could
just,
only find on the black market through unofficial channels.
I
It's
can't
like-
believe the sequel is Murder Droid.
Yeah, I was about to say it's just murder droids. You just basically make the the ones in the Star Wars prequels, like the ones that you hit with a bat and they just shatter.
Yeah, I guess we finished this off with a payday, a lawsuit, and the start of Skynet.
Exactly.
You're starting a second apocalypse.
It's fine, I'm allowed to kill other robots.
Yeah, you are. You start the
Look,
robot wars.
It's
This is the
it's
start of
fine,
robot
because-
wars.
Hang on, no. For now, if the diarchy passes a law establishing sufficiently intelligent AI as sapient life,
you get updated with, by the way, these things are alive now.
Yeah, but the issue is at that point I have rights, and also yours are shitty black market droids, but I'm pretty sure it's specifically made to not be intelligent, because otherwise you're gonna get killed by your own droids.
Right, but surely you have to assume that they're intelligent until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
Because
Also, black market. I don't give a shit how intelligent they are. The first rule they have in the system though is do not attack
Me.
Crater. As like their base rule, like going back to, was it AI, that 90s movie with
Yeah.
Will Smith? Like the 3 rules that they supposedly can't break.
iRobot.
By robot, that's it.
yeah, Asimov's 3 laws of robotics.
Yeah, for you they have
Yeah.
what? It's Velv's 1 law of robotics. Don't kill me.
Don't kill Velves. Now, here's the
normal-
bit, is like, how does a robot define Velves? Could I just tell them that I am Velves, and they will just not kill me?
Maybe. They are black market ones made out of like
Bed gets
saucepans.
sufficiently advanced. Testbed unlocks remote hacking capabilities.
Oh, you think...
Testbed hits find and replace all images of Velves with images of Testbed.
Why would he do that when he could just change the one rule to kill?
He just changes the words, just deletes don't.
Yeah, just kill Velves.
All I'll say is, I don't care what happens in the end. I'm now the big bad evil guy for the next short campaign.
Yeah, you're now the villain.
This guy probably leaves the hut, dies immediately.
Your character dies instantly, Tom. It just is replaced by a series of other characters.
What happened to that Dr. Vesuvius guy we were supposed to be locating
Fell off a
at some
cliff.
point? Oh, apparently he made it like halfway out the solar field when his bike exploded. Something to do with unstable power cells.
No, you made it out the door. You blow up in the street on the way out the doorway of Starpoint. You hit a wall on the way out and just died.
Dan, give us an amazing outro as if this was like a Fallout game where it just tells us the consequences of all of our poor decisions.
I think you already did.
I mean, I gave you the shorthand for it. I don't want to go too deep onto the description because who knows? If we end up running like a stupid sequel, like spin-off at some point, I don't want to spoil what happens.
Yeah. It's the immediate
anyway.
consequences that we just allowed to spoil.
I have a feeling my character's now an NPC.
Jax is now Dr. Jax, thanks to his doctorate in dadding.
Dr. Jax, dad extraordinaire. The only dad of the Sentinels. Oh dear. That was great. My face hurts.
Yeah, I would say that's probably
Yeah.
the last of the session.
Alright.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I love that the one combat encounter we met this week was we nuked it.
Look, I wasn't going to let the campaign end without firing the bicycle gun.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that is very fair.
Some poor pigs.
Some random pigs we found
Just-
got
Yeah.
obliterated.
Look, next time I'll just try and get a howitzer.
Jesus. What weapon was that actually, by the way, that you used?
M72 law.
Next time, I'm just gonna make a cool cowboy.
And hence why he said that I brought the law down upon them.
Yeah.
When you say cowboy, do you mean the cowboy with a horse?
No. I mean someone who's real good with the pistoles.
Pistoles. So not at all the character that I built in Shadowrun a very long time ago in one of Tom's campaigns.
Anyway, right. Should we be wrapping up then?
But yeah, I think that was the session. This was the finale, and it was a very funny finale. Thanks a ton, Dan, for running. That was absolutely hysterical. Yeah. I'll be back on tomorrow, and these guys...
Stream. Goodbye. Have
Yeah.
a good time.
Pretty much. So thanks very much for watching. Have a fantastic evening, every single one of you. Keep playing video games, keep being awesome. You guys are the best on Switch. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, and Merry Christmas.